Should be back now, but yeah. It does look like it is still happening. The resolutions are back to where I originally had them, though. At the 804, not 840, but yeah, it's just still doing that for some weird reason. Oh no, that's no problem. I reached out to you, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's weird how like the names and the text are right, but the emotes and the initial badge is like gigantic for some reason. Yeah. Let me try a different font. I doubt that would work, but I'm just gonna try it. Emote scale 1. Just gonna copy all my. Okay. Okay, this one is with Seg UI instead of Roboto. Yeah. That's medium. That's size medium too. Oh, no problem, Dr. Red. Just. It does look slightly different now. It's not showing the 7. Oh, it's Franker faces, but not the 7 TV icon. I think because I selected hide special badges, maybe. Or no, I'm not hiding special badges. Seven TV reload. Oh, the website is under construction. Okay, yeah, click here to go, but I was gonna say. Yeah. Oh, okay, well. Okay, I was gonna say. It said something about the 7TV violating Firefox's extension policy. That would have definitely been an issue. Okay. 7TV has been added. Yes. Now let me reload my chat and this. Violates Mozilla's policies. You know what? That is fucking rich. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I am, now to be fair, I am using, for me personally, I'm using the chat dock that attaches to OBS. I'm not using Chatterino. I don't think that would matter. What's up, Gummy? Yes, I'm older now. I'm 30, and I'm back on Twitch. As if nothing happened. But yeah, that's what's weird. Like, nothing has changed from my last stream to this one, and it was fine on my last stream. Like, no, none of my OBS setting. I don't update OBS unless I absolutely have to. So I'm at 30.0.0 on OBS. Yeah. How have you been, Gummy? How was your Christmas? You and she go visit family, or did you just have one with some friends? I did travel some, but thankfully I didn't have to travel very far. I had a shit ton of time off work, so I didn't really have to. She's in Texas, but I stayed here in Denver. Yeah. That's a drive. Plus, I hear Texas got some pretty severe weather the past couple days, so don't know if that's anywhere where she was, but I hope not, because they had some crazy shit going down. Some naders. Oh, she flew. Yeah, that's fair. That's a miserable drive. Honestly, some drives are great and some are miserable. I don't like driving in the south late at night, especially because there's still, what would you even call them? Dark spots, like where there's no service, no cell service at all, or like I don't know what you would call them, but yeah, there's lots of areas you can drive in the south that have like no cell service at all. So it always just makes you a little bit on edge of like, shit, what if the car breaks down here? You know what I mean? Then you got to go knocking on some stranger's door and like figure out if they're either willing to help you or if they're going to run to their porch shotgun. And I've almost been on the receiving end of both, I'll be honest. Dr. Red with the fastest BRBs ever. Dude, more than anything, I just can't believe it's almost 2025 already. Holy shit. Seeing all the people I graduated with high school with crossing their 30s, I'm like, man, what in the fuck? We used to talk, like I said, in Silent Hill 4, there's that part where it says a 30-year-old male was found dead, and it's Jasper Gain. And every time I would listen to that part, I would think, man, 30 is so far away. Now I am 30. My God. I could be the 30-year-old male. Welcome back, Dr. Red. Saw a reel where someone was pulling out relics from half a decade ago, but it was a box of reusable masks. Oh my God. Yeah, can you guys believe that the height of the pandemic was like 4 whole ass years ago now? That's also insane to think about. Soon to be 5 years ago. Because it was like March or April of 2020 when that really went into full swing. Sorry. Nightbot is just... Listen, I've had issues. Trust me when I say. Yeah. I've had issues in here, unfortunately. Yeah, just the typical get followers here type stuff. Yeah, so interestingly enough, Gummy, this is actually the developer of the chat plugin that I've been using for a very, very long time. So I just, I noticed that they were all gigantified, so I just kind of reached out. And apparently I'm the only person affected, which that tracks. That tracks. Dr. Crazy streamed yesterday and 3 people tried selling art within 90 minutes. Then later a viewer's bot showed up. Yeah, that always kills me. It's like, hi, streamer. I've noticed that you could be in use of, panels and all these different things. And would you like any? And you just politely say no. Insta unfollow, leave, not another message. They shot their shot and they are out. Most of those are probably scams anyway, but even if they're not, that's just not the right way to go about it. Yeah, if it's abundantly clear that they're copying and pasting a message and they don't even have your name in the chat, yeah, they're just spamming. There's no more applicable word than just spamming. Yeah. And the sad part is, I do know a couple people that have actually tried to commission people like that, and it's almost always AI that they come back with. They plug in a few words, a few keywords that you give them, and then they bring back AI, like blatantly. By the way, did you guys see the controversy about Twitch's AI emote? They came out with some like cat emote that was AI, and the guy Pirate Software responded to their tweet and was like, "This is disgusting. You could have easily commissioned a real artist to do this, but instead you went and generated it with AI and made it a global emote." And I think they actually ended up deleting the tweet. Yeah. Yeah, that was fucked up. I love Pirate Software though. That man tells it like it is. The Coca-Cola AI ad, I have not, but it doesn't surprise me at all. See, I'm old enough to remember when the Coke Gaming ad roamed the earth, and everybody was annoyed because of that nonsense ad where it's like, Coke Gaming, what? It was just Coke Gaming gifting a shit ton of subs to like Just Chatting streamers that had just become partner. And they made this ad, which was just an annoying compilation of fake chat, like fake in support of Coca-Cola chat, just like McDonald's did with their ads. And everybody just screaming Coke Gaming WTF the whole time. That was an era. And then the Josh OG and Beanan's bounty ad, where that guy Josh OG pretended to knock over a drink on his mouse pad while they were pretending to play PUBG, and was like, "That's right, chat, you gotta have bounty at your battle station." Oh my god. Oh shit. The holiday magic is coming. Oh my god, the dislikes. Holy shit, the dislikes. Look at that. 111,000 dislikes, 6.8k likes. I don't want to assume, but I don't think people like AI. I'm gonna do my part. Okay, as shitty as the song is, they might actually DMCA me for this, so I have to. It doesn't look any better than like major commercial. It actually looks worse than commercials I used to see in like the 2000s. The backgrounds are all blurry and shit. Maybe that's why all the... Yeah, it doesn't even look good. Look at this. This looks terrible. This is on the highest... Oh, I'm sorry. I need enhanced bitrate 1080p. It still looks like shit. Looks decent for AI. Yeah, like this background. You can always tell when something's AI when the foreground is like ultra clear and the background looks like it's bokeh blurred. They might have done this intentionally, but I don't know. You can see like wavy assets in the background. That's another dead giveaway. Like this background looks very blatantly AI. Right there. But yeah. Clearly, this has not won over the community. The irony of the real magic tagline at the end of a fake commercial. The never actually rectangular trucks. Yeah, they're always like, it's like a fucking, what do they call it? What do they call it? Like, it's like a bob interlace effect, you know what I mean? Like when it's bobbing up and down between the two interlacing lines on older games. That's almost what it looks like when you look at those really sharp edges. This is probably the worst choice Coca-Cola could have made. A multi-billion-dollar company decided not to pay a couple animators and instead use something that anyone with a monthly sub can use. Valid. What's up, Kendo? Why the Twitch icon's on chat at 65 size? Funny you should ask. The developer of the chat plugin was nice enough to drop by to try to help me troubleshoot. Unfortunately, Nightbot has been a dick to him and timed him out. Or not timed him out, but deleted a couple of the links that he was trying to post. Yes, and it appears that I'm the only person affected, which, for you all familiar with my track record, it's about right. That is about right, I must say. Yes, everyone riot. Yeah, that's the developer. At the bottom of the link where you set up your chat, yes. Yeah, at the bottom of the link where you generate your link to set up your chat, there's a way to contact. So. Yeah. That it does. You ate so much I miss rice so much, Cass. My God. I'm doing very high protein, very low carb diet right now. I can't have rice. It's just literally not in the cards for me. But I'll always have the memories. I'm talking like a friend died. I'll always have the memories, dude. I really will. One day I can return to rice, but it is not today. Nor will it be tomorrow. Dude, seriously, I give this chat plugin props so often. I love this chat plugin. I refuse to use Streamlabs or Stream Elements. I know it's going to sound like a plug, but I promise you it's not. I've been raving about it for a very, very long time. Been playing KOF 14. It's literally beyond dead. Whenever I rarely find someone, I kick their ass and they never rematch, then I sad. It's like Street Fighter 4 now, dude. It's completely dead. The 7TV MC event recently? No, I don't believe so. Do you mean the Minecraft event? The official 7TV app Twitch stream used my chat overlay. Oh, damn. That's awesome. Yeah, there was one day. It was funny because the end of Halloween, I always do a long Silent Hill marathon. And the day I did it, the old version, which I believe was just called Chat J, or no. It was not called Chat J. The old one, J-Chat, yes. That one just stopped working out of nowhere. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, no, this was the best one. What's going on? And then I went over and I checked. I just did some basic Googling and I found Chat IS and I bookmarked that shit instantly and it worked exactly like JChat. So yeah, I refuse. The other ones, they do weird shit. They always want to give me backgrounds. They always make me set up a whole bunch of chroma key transparency nonsense. I'm not trying to do any of that. But something I did also want to try was Def stopped working for a couple hours too on occasions. Yeah, it was like the beginning of the stream and it's a ritual that every single time I go to do a long one, something breaks. So it again, it was time, it was due. So I was like, all right, but I found it and yeah. Yeah. And you probably also remember when you were getting spammed relentlessly for like the gigantic emotes. But the thing about mine that was giving me a bad rep, and again, it's my own fault, is when you type yo in my chat, you get this emote. I don't know, listen, I don't claim to know the context of what's happening here. But when people would come in and put this, it then took up my whole screen. And as you can, questions ensued, okay? Questions ensued. I had many questions to answer that night. I don't know the context of the clip. Kid rubs against Markiplier. What the? Why? But the sheer speed, the velocity of that GIF. I just, or GIF. I'm sorry, some people get really heated about that. I've got a coworker that will like stop the whole ass meeting and tell everybody that it's GIF because it's graphical image something. I don't know. He was keeping the doorknobs clean during trying. That's true. What if it was the peak of the pandemic? Would we be laughing then? Maybe he was onto something. Kid rubs his face on Markiplier. Oh shit, are we gonna get real context? Oh, we are. Wait. What? What? I thought it was going to be a meme edit where they showed the... Why, dude? This also reminds me of my favorite Markiplier related video. This one. This is also Dr. Red's favorite one. He'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes.
Hey guys.
Wow. He was only able to get that "hey guys" out and then instant flatline.
Hey.
Put it in the bin. Oh god. No, because the last time I played that video, Dr. Red, 3 people manually unsubbed while we watched it. Or not unsubbed, they unfollowed. It could have been a bot purge, or people really could have said, you know what, this content fucking sucks. Get it off the screen. You remember that night. That video is brand suicide, dude. Candy or not? Oh. I see what you mean. He is, you know what? He is biting a doorknob. And it was candy. You know, Japan, they seriously have some of the weirdest game show ideas like ever. And not even game shows. Like their news broadcasts are seriously like the most hype, energetic, crazy, just full of yelling. It's insane. But at the same time, they can also be really dark for that reason. We saw a video on here once, which is on one of the darkest moments in TV history videos, but it's either Nick Crowley or Nexpo that makes those. And there was a Japanese newscast where they were at these mud pits, and this guy did like this really comical dive. Like he did this and he dove head first, and they didn't realize, but he was actually paralyzed from the neck down when he did that. So they're all just laughing, and it's like the most hilarious thing ever, and they're all screaming and everybody's giggling. Meanwhile, the guy almost drowns because they won't pull him up. They don't realize that he's paralyzed. I still think about that shit all the time. Well, that's the real video, yes. Fellow sucks... Why did they call a fellow? Sucks doorknob. Well, Dr. Red, you're going to need to clear your YouTube search history after that one. If you have anyone else using your account and you don't want any unnecessary questions. Do you think it would be worthwhile for me to update OBS? Would I need to maybe change the page permissions? Might be. Because, like, there's this. Oh, shit, that doesn't appear as a window I can capture. That's cool. Yeah, I might update OBS after the stream. Default permissions are fine. Okay. Yeah, read access to OBS information is all I have it on. All right, well, I'll disable it for tonight because chat knows and everybody else knows that when I update OBS, everything goes wrong. So I'll have to be in rebuild mode after I do that. But that's all right. As long as I'm off stream, I got time to do it. So I'll disable it for now, and I'll update, and I'll let you know if that fixes it. But I do definitely appreciate you dropping by to try and troubleshoot a little bit. Because trust me, other people that I reach out to, especially if you just reach out in a direct message on Discord, are usually not so willing to assist. So I appreciate that. Harry Potter and the Sucker of the Doorknobs. Isn't there supposed to be a new TV show of that coming out? Percy Jackson. No, there's definitely like an HBO or Showtime. You're not getting rid of me that easily. Percy Jackson, that was... Didn't they do a movie series of that kind of flopped? Percy Jackson was a movie that came out in like 2008. I'm going to be staying here debugging this shit. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You can reload my plugin as many times as you need to. Feel free. The first one low-key goated though. You know what's funny is me and Bridget got Percy Jackson out of a bargain bin at Walmart. I just got distracted by doorknob sucking. That's fair. We got it out of a bargain bin at Walmart. And the other day I was just kind of like taking inventory of our Blu-ray collection because I was thinking about picking up a couple more. It still has the plastic on it. And it even has the little tag that says like WMBRG bin on it. Unfortunate. Maybe one day I'll put it in and watch it. Yeah, I've heard it's not bad. But yeah, I've been hitting the gym hard, you guys, I gotta say. I'm getting a head start on the new year, new me gang. But I'm not going to be one of those dickheads that like disavows people filling up the gym on the first. I'm in full support of people that want to do that and make a healthy, positive change. I just know that I'm going to have to get there at like 5 in the morning because I gotta reserve my treadmill, okay? Because I need my cardio. If I don't have cardio in the morning, everything gets thrown off. I will simply go there, put my AirPods I should say. I don't have the AirPods Max. I hate them. I'll put my AirPods in, fix my eyes forward, and pretend that nobody else is here. No more chips for me. That emote is fucked up, dude. No more chips for me. At least not for a very long time. 2 problems. Important stuff cut, and Percy in the movie is like 16, 17, but in the book he's 12, but still low-key goated. On God for real, no cap. Or with the sauce. This is a very important distinction between these two. You can either be goated with the sauce, or you can be goated on God for real, low-key, no cap. They mean very, very different things. You're too old for brain rot now. The wind was taken out of my sails in exactly 2 picoseconds. But are you wrong? No. The truth is, you're not wrong. Go to your room. I'm already in my room. You see, I'm in the solitary confinement chamber as it is. How much further in my room could I possibly go? I'm in the corner of it. Chips and the glory of 72p. Let's go. Anyways, hope everybody had some good holidays. We still have a couple more coming up. I don't work New Year's Day. I am off New Year's Day, so there's that. Never late for brain rot, dude. When I'm scrolling those YouTube shorts at 2 in the morning and I find like 6 brain rot videos in a row, it doesn't matter how old you are, you get caught in the trap. Actually, brain rot in general is just when you just keep scrolling and then before even realizing it, 45 minutes or an hour has gone by. They're so good at just keeping you hooked, man. You have to snap yourself out of this haze that you're in where you just keep going one link at a time. Moses split headphones. Oh no. Osu is hardcore as fuck. The delayed reaction too. Need a conductor for that music. Dude, one time I sat on TikTok for like 2.5 hours and I literally remember none of it. It's fucked up, dude. What it does to your brain. And you know what? It's designed to do that. It's designed to keep you scrolling infinitely. I've seen videos of kids, and I'm talking like iPad baby kids. We're talking like 7, 8, 9 years old. They're playing Roblox or whatever on a tablet. Whatever kids play on tablets, I don't know. So they have one tablet in front of them playing a game, and the instant their TikTok loops, they reach over and they swipe. So they're playing, swipe, and they will do that for hours and hours and hours. I'm like, dude, what does that do to your brain chemistry? It can't be anything good. To like spend the majority of your childhood doing that can't be right. And the sad part is, even when I was young, the sad part is, even when I was young, a lot of parents, there you go. I know you said you don't need permissions, but surely that can't be right for it to like instantly. Anyways, when I was younger, we would have a lot of people that would, like, I'd be over at my friend's house and their mom or dad would basically say something to the effect of, just, just let the Xbox take care of them for a couple hours. And they would just send us to the kid's bedroom, and we would just play on Xbox Live for a couple hours. And they essentially just used it as like a babysitter, They used the Xbox 360 as the babysitter. It was very bizarre. And I used to be mad. I say this all the time. I used to be mad at my parents for not letting me do things all the time. But now I'm not so upset about that because I realize that they just wanted me to go outside and have like real experiences and not spend my whole life on an Xbox, which was fair. Oh no.
Single core processor, meaning it can only handle one task at a time. If multiple things happen at once, its brain crashes. Named Pineapple, it started off as a graceful and beautiful cat. But
dude, I can't tell anymore if it's AI voiceovers or not. The voice aspect of AI is the one that's really getting weird.
The owner discovered its quirky trait while playing with it. When the owner raises one finger in front of Pineapple, the cat can perfectly track its movement. But as soon as there are two fingers, the kitten's system overloads.
This is every cat, by the way.
Pineapple only restarts when the fingers go back to one. However, when the owner moves their finger to its back, Pineapple's head stops functioning for attacks. Sometimes if the owner touches its back, the kitten might bite.
The thing that kills me, Dr. Red, and everybody, the thing that kills me the most about AI, yes, the raspy, tired, monotone sounding. Or you won't believe the last one. That one pisses me off. Got 200? What was that? Making changes in real time? Oh, that's why you don't need permissions, but I still don't want you to get timed out. Here, you know what? I'm going to give you mod. That way you can post whatever you need to post. Fucking up stuff. No. Let me go ahead and mod you. There you go. That way you can post whatever you need to, because I don't want it to time you out. But the ones I hate the most, there are so many of these channels. They're literally content mills. They go to Wikipedia, okay? They go to fucking Wikipedia. They get a synopsis of a movie, and then they steal clips of the movie from like IMDb or whatever website, and then they just splice those clips together and mute the clips, and then they just put an AI voiceover reading the synopsis of the movie, and then at the beginning they add some stupid shit about how you won't believe what happens at the end. They are very sad, yes. Or it's always some dating podcast clip of like red-pilled Sigma Giga fucking destroys OnlyFans hoe in 4K, and the top is the actual video of it occurring, and the bottom is like a car driving off a ramp in the sky in GTA 5 and just rolling around over and over. Like, why do they do that? My guess would be it's so they don't get flagged by the person who actually made the content, because it can't get caught by content ID or some shit. This dad was talking to his daughter one day when they were surprised by something expected sounding ass, yeah. And then the Vine boom sound effect all over the place. The other one that kills me is like the husband and wife skits. Oh my god, Facebook is full of that shit. Where it's just like, the Arthur family, and it'll just be like a husband and wife pranking each other by like walking up and slapping each other in the ass. It's like, how is this content? The fuck? Instagram is full of thirst traps. Facebook Reels are full of family pranks. And TikTok is full of life hacks. Yeah, stolen content next to satisfying videos like soap cutting or bricklaying or fucking those GTA 5 videos where like the traffic cones are placed perfectly around the car as it spins. So dumb, dude. They always have the wife wear basically nothing to keep. Yeah, exactly. Yes. They have like their wife is walking around in like a sports bra and booty shorts, and they're just putting these stupid sound effects over it, pranking her every single day as if she doesn't know what's going on. It's so dumb, dude. And then people in the comments, you guys are, God, you're so mean. You better appreciate her, bud, or she won't be around long. It's like, oh my God, you guys. Please don't give them the attention. It's the same thing as, monetizing interactions on Twitter was arguably, for the overall state of the website, it was arguably the worst thing you could have done, because now you're incentivized to rage bait. That's all you need to do, because if you want to make a decent amount of money, just rage bait. Just type the dumbest shit. The most obvious thing in the world didn't happen, or this isn't real, or this literally never happened, or whatever. And that's all you got to do. Imagine you're dating someone and they ask you to start a couples prank channel with them. No. Nope. You just go on Twitter, you enable monetization, and you just tweet the dumbest things imaginable that you know are going to get a lot of people to start talking. And then at the end of the month, you collect that paycheck. What if Bridget asked me? Ooh. Well, if she wanted to start a couples prank channel, there would be other things going on. Let's say there would be other problems happening that would lead to that. It wouldn't just be an instant, because these types of crises, they build over time, right? It wouldn't just start. I'm sorry. I'm just saying dumb shit now. Nah, she knows how I feel. I'm dancing around the question, not talking around the question. She knows I hate that stuff. I'm actually 2C sliding around the question. I'm not just dancing around it. I'm going to exercise my Fifth Amendment right. Thank you very much. But what I will say is, never mind, I got distracted by something. Look, I get it. It's like another source of income for some people, but the thing is, there would be a mental fissure required to bring that question true. Virtually, that's what would have to happen, yes. It's just, like, just no. Under no circumstances. It's extra income. Some families like doing it. But me personally, I don't feel like staging my pets. And in some unfortunate cases, staging my children for a video. Okay, the kids are home from school. All right, get this costume on right now. We got to film a TikTok. You know what I mean? It's like, and we've seen the behind the scenes of like the moms trying to get their kids to cry for sympathy. It seems very fucked up to me. So the idea of, you know, spending every waking second thinking of a video that might potentially go viral on social media is just not fun. Yeah, like, leave the kids out of it. The kids don't want any part of this social media clout. Leave them entirely the fuck out of it. That's like the only thing I would ever give Onision credit for is like never even once showing his children on camera because he knows better. That's the only thing I will ever give that dude credit for. Yeah. Like if a kid walks in or something, they'll blur the kid's face because they have nothing to do with it. And you know, there's also the whole aspect of like there is the dead internet theory, which I don't know if I believe fully in that. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically it alleges that the vast majority of internet traffic is actually done by bots and that it isn't real people. Yeah. And then there's also what I do believe, which is that the vast majority of all social media posts are bullshit and just strictly for engagement. You see people all the time on Facebook just always talking about how amazing of a day they had, or, you know, especially when holidays come around, it's like a competition. They want to see who had the best holiday, you know. Valentine's Day especially. Oh, I've seen this lady. Yeah, I've seen this lady before. I like how all of her videos on the right look exactly the same too. Okay, I'm scared now. The Nightmare Fuel segment's over. It already happened. Well, I'm bringing that back tonight. Just so you guys know. We haven't done a Nightmare Fuel segment in a while. And for anybody that doesn't know what that is, we just watch a scary video and you use me as your Nightmare Fuel conduit. Basically, all the Nightmare Fuel goes into my brain primarily because I'm the one watching it on my own computer. And you guys get to watch it through my degenerate lens, so hopefully it's a little bit distilled. It's not so scary for you. Yes, let me be the catalyst. Let me be the one that loses sleep, okay? So all I gotta do is search darkest moments and recently upload it. And let's find some of the darkest moments. So it is Nick Crowley. What's the most recent one? YouTube's darkest video 7 from 2 weeks ago. You know what? I think it's time. It's been a while, but I think it's time for one of these. So YouTube's darkest video 7, hey? Alright, let's fade out the Silent Hill music. The second newest Nick video is the most disturbing one I've seen in years. Darkest kids TV show ever made? Is that what you mean? Or the internet's darkest corners 5? Yeah. Let's watch YouTube's darkest video 7 first. Because I'm curious, and then we'll swap over after this. Doing, hang on, I'm doing this on Firefox, which I should not be doing. Chrome is my stream browser. So let me switch on over here. If you're wondering why, my Firefox is signed into a lot of personal accounts. And so my dumbass needs to stop using it as my stream browser, because I should know better by now. But as you know, sometimes I simply don't know better.
It's December 4th, 2003.
James Yu.
I'm gonna go try to get them to stop doing that.
A police officer walking in a local park in Arlington, Virginia.
Can you guys hear all right? You can let me know if it's too loud or anything. Or too quiet, I should say. It's probably going to be too quiet for you.
Approached by a concerned family, claiming that someone in a nearby neighborhood had been shooting off a flare gun. The officer could hear it too, and following the sound, he eventually found himself at the home of 56-year-old James Yu. The man lived alone in his half of this duplex, and was described by neighbors as a recluse known to exhibit unusual behavior. Across his social media, he made posts claiming that he was the victim of fraud.
James W. Yu versus the Witch in Wayne County Supreme Court, State of New York. One motion hearing held at beginning, zero progress, zero scheduling of a conference or discovery, dismissed months later. Witness American Chicken Chat. Hashtag Witness American Fraud, Corruption, and Conspiracy.
At the hands of all sorts of government agencies, as he had a deep distrust of the US government as well as law enforcement, and he believed that numerous people were attempting to kill him, like his ex-wife, the FBI, and even his neighbors. His posts seemed entirely nonsensical, and so did many of his actions. In the months prior, he had covered up all of his windows with garbage bags and aluminum foil, and he even wrapped his trees in toilet paper. And though these actions are entirely harmless, on this day, things were becoming far more troubling. When police arrived at his home, he
was a
would be seen
flare, right?
firing his flare gun out of his window and into the air, over and over again. And despite repeated attempts to get him to stop,
Arlington County Police! Stop shooting the flares! Mr. Yu!
he didn't let up, shooting 41 flares in the span of just 25 minutes. And he did it all with no explanation. In fact, he didn't even say a single word. Understandably, police were
Okay,
able to get Yu
this
out of
definitely seems like the type of guy to just have like a psychotic break out of nowhere with the stuff that he was posting. Darkest videos, every second police activity video. Yeah. Many of the YouTube's darkest videos are like body cam footage.
his home for questioning.
Not
As
surprisingly.
At this point, it wasn't obvious whether or not he was a threat. And so for hours and hours they called out to him, first asking and then demanding that he exit his home.
James, Arlington Police, come to the front door with your hands up. Do it now. We have your building surrounded.
But still, there was no response. Growing impatient and worried that Yu might be planning something, the police would eventually bring in a specialized vehicle to bust down the door and spray the inside of the home with gas, all in an attempt to draw Yu outside.
James, stay
That's
away from
that's
your front
fucking
door.
morbid.
Stay away from your front door, James.
What is this like Humvee type vehicle they have? This thing is crazy.
And in response, Yu began firing once again. Only this time, he wasn't using flares.
Can I show this?
And instead, he was now yielding and
I just go to police activity direct. Oh, one of the best channels on YouTube. By the way, can I call you IS? I don't know what to call you. Your name is a little, it's tough to like come up with a shortened version, but yes, okay. EWU Body Cam is one of the best channels on YouTube for that. They show like virtually everything except for the goriest of stuff, but they have like these really graphic and really crazy stories that had previously never actually had body cam footage be shown. So I'm assuming they go acquire that through legal means, and then they have this excellent narrator talk over it. That channel has some of the best videos, and they upload very frequently. So highly recommend EWU Body Cam. That is like one of my favorite YouTube channels right now.
actual gun.
They had one recently about this lady that was running a daycare center, and she had her license suspended in the 90s for attempting to kidnap children. And she actually was allowed to do it again and tried to kidnap children again, only this time she had a fucking secret like unhinged wall that gave and led to a secret staircase where she could take the kids into the basement and just whisk them away. But thankfully, as the police had her detained, they were able to find the hidden, section of her wall that would open up, and they were able to get the kids out. But it's like, what the fuck is that all about? Imagine, you're just an unsuspecting parent thinking that this is an upstanding, small business owner, and that's what you get.
Thankfully, none of these shots connected, but with the situation becoming increasingly dangerous, the officer...
Yeah. Well, here, because I'm talking about it, I'm going to have to show it because it's just too insane for me to really. This lady. 25 missing kids. Mostly raw body cam footage stitched together. And this part right here.
How do we get to them?
They're at the park.
Then why?
Basically, they're hearing music and they're hearing kids in the basement. Okay. And then they ask this lady, like, where are they? Because we can't find there. And she keeps saying there is no basement. I don't know. And then out of nowhere, she says they're at the park. So she's trying to get them to leave. So I'm sure she could probably get them out of the basement and just act like it's all fine. Oh, they just came back while you were gone. You know what I mean? And watch what happens.
Why are we hearing kids coming from your basement?
As Carla continues with the facade, Officer Landon returns to her frantic search of the house. But it's Officer Parker who's about to make the discovery they've been hoping for.
Oh my God, Kendo. Yeah, so this plant, they had it perfectly placed in front of this fucking basic secret passageway on her wall.
Hey, Isaac.
Found a thing.
Turns out there is a basement.
As they make their way into the hidden room,
And then from the case file excerpt, observed a set of approximately 11 stairs that led to a basement. I went into the basement, immediately smelled a strong odor of what appeared to be soiled diapers.
it reeks of the smell of soiled diapers. Officers are going to make an unbelievable discovery.
Cover up. Who are you?
Yeah, so literally reminds me of Murder House, but in real life, it's fucked up beyond belief. Here, let me click this link, but oh, okay. The channel police activity. Yeah. 2.1 thousand videos. Holy shit. I will definitely drop a sub. But yeah, this body cam channel is amazing. I would definitely recommend it. So this lady, I believe she ended up getting like 25 years. Let me see. They show here. 26 counts of child abuse.
Was found guilty of 26 counts of child abuse without injury, a felony count of attempting to influence a public servant, and another misdemeanor charge of obstructing a peace officer. She's been sentenced to 6 years in prison and is currently eligible for parole with the hearing set for August 2025. Caitlin Nelson pled guilty to 26 counts.
Yeah, so there were a couple of people helping her. I don't know why they were doing this. But the really disturbing thing is a couple of times throughout this video, they saw unmarked cars, like no license plate, nothing, with super tinted windows just driving by at like 55 miles an hour while they were here. So they're assuming that there was some type of attempted trafficking going on here, that thankfully they stopped before, the trafficking actually occurred. But either way, highly fucked up to consider the fact that you could be an unsuspecting parent dropping your kid off at a place like that only for that to happen. I mean, a secret passage is beyond fucked. Yeah, there were a lot of people outraged about the sentence length only being 6 years, but who knows?
His home.
James, Arlington Police, come to the front door with your hands have your building surrounded.
But still, there was no response. Growing impatient and worried that Yu might be planning something, the police would eventually bring in a specialized vehicle to bust down the door and spray the inside of the home with gas.
Oh, we saw
all
this
in an
part.
attempt to draw Yu. And in response, Yu began firing.
Okay, so now he's firing an actual gun at the police.
And instead, he was now yielding an actual gun. Thankfully, none of these shots connected, but with the situation becoming increasingly dangerous, the officers decided to fall back, as they carefully came up with a new plan for apprehending Yu, though whatever they had been planning would never come to fruition.
I don't know if I can show this, man. What's about to happen?
Yeah.
Did he have fucking dynamite in there or something? Holy shit, the whole house. Michael Bay happened. What the fuck?
In a split second, the home was gone, as a massive explosion rang out from inside the house, reducing the entire structure to rubble. Inside the house, Yu had stored 55 gallons of gasoline in his basement, which he saved
Jesus.
for that moment to ignite, with no warning and no explanation.
55 gallons.
Based on the footage, it's been theorized that Yu's actions were an attempt to lure police into his home, so that he could then set off this explosion and take them all out along with his neighbors, as he genuinely believed that both parties were conspiring to kill him. Though somehow, when the smoke cleared, no civilians or police officers had so much as been injured. All that was found in the rubble was the remnants of a single body. Though
Dude.
for a moment, this wasn't the end of James Yu's story.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that guy in Washington. Do you guys remember the guy that was outside of Washington or somewhere around the Seattle area, where he was uploading videos on his YouTube channel claiming that the police were out to get him? And he recorded videos of like these cleaning trucks showing up, and they were taking like infrared camera footage of his house. You remember when we watched that? Yeah, and then it turns out that he died by a mysterious like stabbing, and someone stabbed him like 12 times in the back, and they tried to claim it was suicide after he had uploaded videos of the police being out to get him for 2 years. That's what this reminds me of. Like he was trying to, the police were conspiring against him, and he was trying to take a whole bunch of them out. It's just like that guy. I don't know, man. That other one was very, very convincing though. He had a lot of like concrete evidence.
Before that body could be identified, reports across social media began emerging showing that James Yu was somehow still alive. After the blast, comments were being made on what appeared to be...
Yeah, but anybody can hack a YouTube account. To be fair, like hacking a YouTube account appears to be fairly simple, especially if somebody doesn't have two-factor authentication. My neighborhood is crawling with spies. Mr. and Mrs. Surveillance with neighborhood cameras recording everything, then passing the video audio to other parties who then pass the information to the media and government entities.
Yu's YouTube channel, where he stated that this whole thing was a cover-up and that he wasn't even inside the home when the...
Everybody is witnessing they attempting to silence and crush me. Their attempts to trick via reverse psychology, though. For example, media headlines is pathetic. They do this to anyone who's worked for them. Dude, I think this might actually be a schizo moment. Look how he's typing. Whoever's typing, they're like capitalizing every word in the last sentence. Like the structure doesn't make any sense.
Standoff started,
yeah.
Which, looking back, we never actually see him, and we also never hear his voice. Numerous posts pointing out this development would go viral and cause mass confusion about the story, which was only heightened...
He says all my social media is being banned.
Would go viral and cause mass
all my social media is being banned, yet here he is typing. Is YouTube not social media?
Confusion about the story, which was only heightened when it was revealed
all software and hardware backdoor breaches.
Development would go viral and cause mass confusion about the story, which was
all software and hardware have backdoor security breaches purposefully built in with governments, nations spying on people.
Only heightened when it was revealed that the body inside that building was in fact James Yu. Though in the end, it wasn't really as mysterious as some originally thought. As it turns out, the post showing these comments failed to realize that this wasn't actually Yu's account, and instead it had a completely different username,
Yeah,
with the account
okay.
likely having been created as nothing more than a hoax. To this day, though, there are some that still believe that this was all some sort of massive cover-up, but in reality, it just seems that this was the result of a man gripped by crippling paranoia and loneliness, with it all coming to a head in what has gone on to become
That is fucking
one of
crazy, though.
YouTube's darkest videos.
Well, thankfully they... all I can say is thankfully they made the right call not to actually go inside the house. It sounds like they made the 100% right call there. Paranoia Max DDR, that's a banger of a track.
The internet is a dark and disturbing frontier. This year alone, countless people have fallen victim to high-profile data breaches, raising serious concern about personal information security. Ticketmaster experienced a breach compromising over 560 million of their customer
I remember
records.
that.
But most alarming...
Volume up a bit. Yeah. Skip. Oh, is this the ad? Oh, it is the ad. What the fuck? He was so sneaky about it, dude. I thought it wasn't the ad. You tried, Nick. You tried.
Else like it.
What the hell is that?
27,000 square foot structure allowed visitors to enter into what must have felt like another dimension. It was an exhibit called Dream Space and was the creation of British artist Maurice Agus, a 74-year-old artistic visionary obsessed with the idea of creating large-scale surreal environments. And this was his magnum opus. The structure was inflatable.
Okay, it's Monum Opus. I'm sorry.
Akin to a massive bounce house, and once inside, guests were confronted with a labyrinth of brightly colored walls and cells, twisting and turning into some sort of surreal maze that patrons were told to lose themselves in. This piece of art premiered back in 2004, and due to its inflatability, it was actually built to travel, making stops in major cities in the UK, before it was eventually set up at Riverside Park in England.
I don't want to say this because it sounds really dark, but I have a feeling like somehow a fire started in this. Because imagine... Anyways, I'm just going to watch.
On the 22nd of June, 2006.
I really hope not. Or like somebody went in with a knife.
Collins would visit the area with her husband and her daughter, as well as her 14-year-old grandson. And spotting this unusual structure in the distance, Elizabeth's grandson insisted on checking it out, excitedly taking off his shoes and running inside. And while the rest of the group was more apprehensive about entering, Elizabeth eventually decided to accompany him, leaving her husband and daughter on the outside, though not before turning back to them and joking that she was going in to find peace and serenity.
What's up, Adipie? No, unfortunately, I have not. You're going to have to give me at least a couple months. I got to make some calls, but hey, we'll get it. We'll get it eventually.
Outside, Elizabeth's husband and daughter sat at a nearby table and enjoyed a cup of tea whilst conversing about the events of the week, only for the man to turn his head and notice that Dream Space was slightly moving, to which he excitedly said, "Oh, it's a ride. It's a ride. I wish I had gone on it." The daughter then turned her head to see the structure as it began to rise up off the ground, to which she chillingly responded, "It's not a ride."
Is it some type of like pressure buildup that caused this or what? Yeah, that's the only, it must be. Yeah, that's got to be like a crazy wind gust or something. Oh my god, holy fuck. How heavy is that thing? Dude, there were people underneath it. Was that people that fell out of it?
In that moment, Dream Space had snapped from its moorings and was blown into the air by a massive gust of wind. Agus just so happened to be standing at the entrance as it began to shift, and noticing what was happening, he grabbed on as he desperately tried to hold down his entire life's work, though clearly this was of no use. And after being lifted in the air, his grip failed, sending him falling back to the ground below, where he lay staring up at his creation that was now flying 30 feet above him.
You know, this footage is even more disturbing because it's like security footage from 06, but imagine just the sheer fucking chaos of actually being there. Like, I imagine if you're any one of these bystanders, all you hear is just screaming. You can see people running over to it immediately.
Inside, there were as many as 30 people who were now being thrashed around this giant inflatable structure in a scene that I truly can't even imagine. The claustrophobia of it, the dizzying colors, the screams, it's genuinely one of the most horrific scenarios I've ever heard. The inflatable structure was airborne for well over a minute, folding into itself before finally crashing back down into a parking lot, leaving behind what was described by witnesses as a field of bodies. Worst of all, the majority of those in attendance were families with small children, with one 7-year-old girl recounting her experience, saying, "It was very scary and people were screaming. I saw a lady clinging on and then falling out, and then she was lying on her back with people
Yeah,
around
this would
her.
be some
I
very
think she died."
traumatizing shit.
This lady was most likely 68-year-old Elizabeth Collings, who had been ejected from the structure when it was in the air, with her injuries being catastrophic and unsurvivable. Of all the others now sprawled throughout this field of grass, most were left injured but thankfully not in serious condition, though this wasn't the case for 38-year-old Claire Vermege, who had been inside during the accident with her 2 children, and despite her kids surviving, she was sadly not so lucky, with Claire and Elizabeth being the sole fatalities of the incident. The video is terrifying.
This is why I feel so old, man. This 2006 footage looks like it's from the 90s. And I get that the security cameras they were using at this time might have been installed in the 90s. But it's so odd to me to see videos from like 06 and 08 that look this old now. Seriously, look at like sports highlights from 2006. They look like they're from the 90s now.
It's easy to say that this could have been so much worse, considering how many people were in Dreamspace at the time.
True.
The consequences were still catastrophic, as it devastated 2 families, and likely left many others at the scene traumatized for life, especially the young children. But how could this have happened? Well, that day was particularly warm, which likely caused the air inside the structure to expand, causing a hot air balloon-like effect, which was then exacerbated by sudden strong gusts of wind, which eventually caused the structure to go airborne, as in the end, it just wasn't properly secured for the conditions. Soon after the incident, Maurice Agus was arrested for manslaughter, though he would ultimately only end up paying a small fine, as he vowed to never create a large work again. Just a few years later in 2009, Maurice Agus would pass away, with his legacy forever being defined by this devastating footage.
Yeah, imagine having to live with that, man. Early 2000s camera footage has a place in my heart with all the strange color bleeding and fuzziness. Yeah, it almost like has the found footage effect to it. Oh, man, that one is... I don't know if it's just the music he used or the footage looking at it, but just putting myself in that, you know, that scenario is absolutely insane. Especially if you were a kid when that happened, you'd be fucked for life. You certainly would never get on a ride. The Elaine Campione tape.
On October 2nd, 2006, police entered the home
Oh,
of
6 again.
31-year-old Elaine Campione, where inside they found the woman speaking incoherently. Next to her was a VHS camera, depicting a series of disturbing events that had transpired within the home over the previous months and days, with the footage eventually finding its way onto YouTube.
Hi Serena, it's August 8th, 2006. Happy birthday to you.
How would it make its way to YouTube exactly? That's what I would want to
The
know.
tape starts with Elaine pointing her new camera at her daughter Serena. It was her 3rd birthday, and to celebrate, Elaine had left a brand new bike in the living room.
What is it?
Days later, the footage continues, showing Serena once again as Elaine asks,
How does Mama love you?
This much.
Oh, I love you more than that.
Resident Evil 7 Part 2.
How much does Mama love you?
Elaine then shows her other daughter Sophia, who was just a baby, before turning the camera on herself and showing the kids how the device worked.
Hi. See how the camcorder works?
Yeah, I'm already... I mean, there's a reason it's on here, so do I even want to know?
Is that Mommy? Hi.
So far, the footage seems like nothing more than your standard family home videotape, and appears completely wholesome. Though with the next recording, the tone begins to shift, and things start to become slightly concerning.
This is a deplorable, horrible, messy, filthy apartment that supposedly my 2 children and I live in, and it's just a horrible, horrible mess. Yeah.
That's relatively clean. What's she talking about?
Campione is totally in the wrong, and I hope he burns in hell for all his sins, the same as Leonardo.
As Elaine shows the camera her home, she begins joking about how they are living in deplorable conditions, before randomly calling out 2 men who she says she hopes burn in hell, all while her children are in the same room. She starts to grow more and more agitated.
All I wanted to do was take care of my 2 little girls and live happily ever after the 3 years of physical, emotional, and mental abuse that I endured tremendously by Leonardo Campione.
You know what's
And then
insane?
the past year from
YouTube has cracked down. Yeah, Schizo too, I think. You know what's insane is that YouTube has cracked down so much on language. You literally have to censor the entire word abuse now. You can't even say abuse. They have to censor it. Did you hear that?
Anna and Diego tremendously by Leonardo Campione. Physical, emotional, and mental abuse that I endured.
See, you have to censor that word.
tremendously by Leonardo Campione. And then the past year from Anna and Diego Campione, the mental and emotional abuse.
Outright saying that she was abused by a man named Leonard Campione, who happened to be her ex-husband and the father of these children. And she goes on from there, with each moment clearly making the kids more and more anxious.
And I want justice to my family for what they have all done to us. I cried out for help. They should have charged him for the assaults he did to me.
Eventually causing Elaine to snap out of it and stop the camera.
And my poor 3-year-old, I did everything to protect. And what are you saying, Sophia? What do you want?
She said they
Video
should have
gets
charged
forward
him.
once more, with this footage being taken just days before the police were called, showing Serena coloring on the floor as Elaine asks,
Who loves ya?
Mommy.
Who loves you the most? That much? Oh, I think I love you more than that.
The scene that unfolds next was recorded on that very same night, just hours later.
Recording this because Leo and I are very happy. Everything's gone. You wouldn't give peace. You wouldn't.
It's so fucking stupid. It's supposed to be a place to speak. Put a warning before the video and be done with it. Probably has more to do with advertiser-friendly language, I would guess. But
You didn't care about our babies. You didn't care about me. You cared about yourself. All you did was hurt us.
In the video, Elaine states that everything is gone, as she speaks to Leo directly, accusing
Yeah.
him of having ruined their lives with his constant abuse.
You are truly the devil. And I hate you. 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 And I want you to know how much I hate you.
Disturbingly, the children were nowhere to be seen in this footage, with Elaine eventually addressing them by saying,
God believes me. And God's taking care of them now. They're protected by God. Thank God. Thank Him. Because there's no way I could have them with you. Nothing's good enough for you. It has to always be your way. Well, they're good. And you can have it your way. Your wife and your daughters are dead now. We're all in heaven.
well,
according to Elaine, not only were her children gone, but she was too, as she stops the recording soon after.
when the
Despite saying-
advertisers say jump, YouTube can only say how high. Yeah, isn't it ironic how people originally jump ship from TV and movies to go to YouTube where things were less censored, only for them to end up being just as censored as TV used to be? Can't swear. The same swear that would not pass on TV would also not pass on YouTube. Arguably, YouTube has to be more censored in certain ways.
the camera
I think we're gonna find out, Adipie.
would actually start up one
But
time, where Elaine
prob-
describes how she was
She was talking about abuse from the ex-husband, so my guess would be some type of court case where they ruled in his favor. But who knows? We'll see.
Despite saying this, the camera would actually start up one more time, where Elaine describes how she was still alive, despite having attempted to OD, which prompted her to call the police. When officers arrived at the home, both Serena and Sophia were found laying in her mother's bed, holding hands, and wrapped tightly in rosaries. Neither of them were alive. 2 nights prior, and directly before filming this message, Elaine had brought them both into the bathroom, as it was time for their nightly baths. And once in the tub, she told them to play a game, one where they would place their heads beneath the water and blow out bubbles. When they did this, Elaine held their heads down, and she didn't let go until she was certain they were gone. This footage is some of the most disturbing that I've ever seen, as we get a glimpse into Elaine's descent into madness in the moments directly before she stole her children's lives. But all of this leaves one obvious question. Why? Well, it was noted during her investigation that the abuse she alleged from her ex-husband Leo seemed to be very real and well documented over the years, leading to Leo not being able to see his children for over a year, with this causing the two to separate, which is when Elaine's mind began to deteriorate. She began believing that people were following her and were going to kill her, with this fear
Dude, this is schizo too.
people eventually shifting to a fear of aliens, as she claimed to have seen them on numerous occasions, believing they were following her. Because of this fear, she refused to let her children out of her sight, not even allowing her own parents to look after them, causing her to become so attached to these children that she genuinely began to believe that they were all one entity, which made things incredibly concerning when she became suicidal and eventually attempted to take her own life. Despite Leo's more than troubled history, he had supposedly turned his life around in the years leading to this footage, and was eventually allowed to start visiting the children on a limited capacity. And seeing the children and seeing the way their mother was behaving, he began to grow incredibly concerned, and eventually attempted to gain full custody. And it was this bitter custody battle that seemed to be the ultimate factor that led to Elaine ending the lives of her children.
That's kind of what I figured.
Be protected by God, thank God, thank you. Because there's no way I could have them with you.
Elaine Campione would be charged with 2 counts of murder and would eventually be sentenced to life in prison, with a possibility of parole after 25 years. Today, she's held in a minimum security prison, where she's free to leave once every weekend to attend church and other functions.
What? Free to leave every weekend? She may as well not even be in prison. There's a lot more information on this case that I had to cut due to time constraints. I'll link some deep dive videos below. Rationality has left the room. Yeah, what the fuck? Only in the first 10 seconds of the video. That's fair, true. But if you've ever filled out one of those YouTube content ID questionnaires, they ask you like 1,000,001 questions about, is there anything that could be misconstrued as sexual content? Is there any swearing of this variety? Is this particular word used? There's like 20 questions you have to answer. And the funny thing is, it's all reviewed by a bot, which of course makes mistakes. So if you answer correctly and it thinks that you didn't answer correctly, then you're demonetized because their bot thought you lied even when you didn't. You heard of the woman that left his child in a room for weeks just so she can go to a vacation with her friends? Oh my God. Reminds me of Casey Anthony doing like wet t-shirt contests and shit while her 4-year-old daughter was missing.
On April 18, 2010, a 39-year-old man named Gavin Collins was released from the HMP Ranby prison.
Very recent too.
His freedom would last less than 24 hours, as the very next day he suffered a severe mental breakdown, the result of which was captured partially across several video recordings that later appeared on YouTube. This is the story of his rampage. It began at approximately 9 a.m. in the city of Nottinghamshire when Gavin left his home. As he walked down the sidewalk, those in the area reported him acting strangely, muttering to himself that he was Jesus and that he was invincible. Without warning, he then turned his attention to a random home, which he forcefully entered, stole a man's car keys, and took his vehicle, taking off with no apparent destination. Inside the car, the owner just so happened to have 2 cameras, one being a standard dash cam and the other facing inside the vehicle, giving us a look at Gavin and his apparent mental state.
This is me. Jesus Christ, I'll show you how good a eyesight I've got. Hey, don't need this. Come on, let's go, bro. So, get rid of all that crap pairs. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna say his non-existent mental state. Super Saiyan 3, but without the hair. Oh my God.
Just at a glance, it's obvious that Gavin is completely
Not there.
unhinged. For some
Yeah, he's
reason,
not
he was
there.
utterly filled with rage, ripping off the rearview mirror and yelling obscenities and incomprehensible threats at no one in particular.
I'm enraged. I'm Jesus. I'm descendant of God. And you lock me up. Watch this. You.
And most concerning of all is the speed in which he's traveling, as he starts driving faster and faster, swerving in and out of cars as he passes through busy residential areas, as he reaches speeds that have been estimated to be anywhere from 85 miles an hour to well over 120.
Average Doctor Who villain. Where's the screwdriver? Sonic screwdriver.
But somehow, despite countless close calls, every time he avoids collision, at least for the time being.
Jesus Christ.
In an instant,
Did he
Gavin
die?
smashes the vehicle into a brick home at full speed, with the impact being devastating. And yet somehow, through the destruction, Gavin was not only still alive, but completely unharmed, and also completely unfazed. He pulled himself from the wreckage and immediately turned his attention to a woman driving nearby, and within moments he had forced his way into the vehicle, and was behind the wheel once again, continuing this deranged driving spree.
Yeah.
Until once
You know what's hilarious? Is if this video were to be released now, and it wasn't as old as it is, people would say it's AI.
again, he crashed.
Because of when the
In
close-up
much
on his face was so pixelated, some people would probably claim it's AI.
initial collision, he survived, walking away unscathed before turning his attention to another random home. In pursuit of stealing his third vehicle, he grabbed a nearby concrete slab and began to smash through the home's doors, bloodying his hand in the process, before eventually making entry. Inside were a mother and her 2 children, one of which was 5 years old, and the other wasn't even a year. Gavin approached the terrified family, yelling and demanding that the mother give up her car keys, telling her that he was Jesus, and that, "Because I am Jesus, I will kill you if you don't give me the keys." And without hesitation, she did as he said. Gavin then went to each member of the family, and with his injured hand, he drew crosses on their forehead, out of his own blood, before taking off with his third stolen car.
Oh my god,
Once
what a...
again, Gavin was driving manically, though this time he was even more reckless, crashing into a brick wall and then a cop car, before setting his sights on a pedestrian. While speeding through a neighborhood, Gavin would see a man standing innocently near a bus stop, and for whatever reason, the sight of this man enraged him, causing Gavin to slam on the brakes and reverse the vehicle, stepping on the gas as hard as he could, and crashing directly into him, leaving him lying there with devastating injuries. Gavin quickly exited the vehicle and found the man lying motionless on the ground, prompting him to shout, "I've killed him. I've killed the devil." Minutes later, Gavin would crash yet another car into yet another home, though this time the police weren't far behind.
This is fucking insane, man. Why was this guy ever released? How did he pass a mental eval? A psych eval? How?
This way. I'll get him out. I'll get him out. Oh no! Do not move! Do not move! Get him up! Get him out!
Finally bringing his disturbed driving spree to an end. The man that Gavin had struck was 87-year-old Terry Radford, a retired teacher whose injuries were catastrophic, with the man passing away soon after. According to his family, Terry was an incredible grandfather, father, and son. The footage is genuinely horrifying, but what's most shocking of all is the fact that any of this was even allowed to happen. As stated previously, this was Gavin's very first day out of prison, and based on the behavior he exhibited whilst in prison, he really should have never been released.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Gavin
saying.
was granted an early release in March of 2019 for charges based around burglary, but just as he was set to be freed, it was discovered that he had submitted an adulterate drug test, which caused his case to be re-examined and resulted in his release being postponed. In response, Gavin lost his mind. Later that month, he assaulted a prison guard before spraying him with an unknown liquid that contained bleach, before proceeding to set his cell on fire and attacking another officer with a piece of wood. Due to his actions, Gavin was placed into an isolated cell, where less than a week later, he started yet another fire, and when an officer entered his cell...
Dude, I can't unsee Simon Pegg if I heard a British policeman. This is literally one of those people that is such a danger to society. They basically need to be placed into a solitary confinement chamber and put on a fucking gurney and just fed and occasionally be allowed to use the bathroom with armed security. Like this person is so fucking unhinged, they can't be allowed around any other humans with anything.
cell to put it
What do you
out.
even do with somebody like this?
And struck them in the head and pulled out a plastic knife, threatening to slash him, stating that it would be a thrill to kill him. Gavin's stay in prison clearly hadn't rehabilitated him. In fact, it seemed to have made him more violent than ever before, and more mentally disturbed. Though shockingly, despite all of these additional crimes, Colin's release would go on to be approved less than 2 weeks later, with Gavin being set free on April 18th, and within just 24 hours, Terry Radford would be brutally killed. Gavin was sentenced to 21 years in prison, and during his trial it was revealed that no drugs were found in his system, and instead this all seemed to be the result of some sort of psychotic episode. that just so happened to be captured on camera in one of YouTube's darkest videos.
Well, that was a great video, but holy shit. Darkest was not an exaggeration. Got so mad he grew some hair. Jesus, man, like, what do you do with people like that? The fact that they let the last guy out of prison 2 weeks after setting his cell on fire multiple times and assaulting officers is insane. It is Goober89, I agree with you. Man. Oh, good God. You know, when is my boy Jimmy Sunderman gonna show up on one of these videos? He was G-Sauce? Oh, no. Oh, as per him, because the way he said it, yeah. I thought you were making some kind of play on, hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Or Michael Vsauce here, whatever he says. I know usually once we finish the video, I have a lot of things to say, but I don't really have a lot to say about that one. That was just royally fucked up in so many ways. The Stephen Yu one, the Elaine Campione one, the Dreamscape 2006. Man. And it's also insane to think, because of these, you know, darkest videos in YouTube history, it's crazy to think how many... Have I played Mouthwashing? No, I got gifted it by a friend for Christmas. Because if you guys don't know, Christmas is also my birthday. So a good friend of mine gifted it to me. I've never played it, but I've heard good things about it. Thingamabob convention. Oh, hell yeah. Me and the boys attempting. Oh, this is my Chrome still. What the? The design is very human, by the way. Oh, that dude, what the? That thing was sick. This one? Not that, this one. Dude, that's sick. Stream soon, but not before I play it. 5 heart. Oh no, what's that? Do I even want to know what the hell that is, Kendo? I probably don't. 5 hearts under one roof. Is this going to be a pornography game? All right, well, you know what? Let's get to the bottom of this. Let's get to the bottom of this. What, I have to sign in with my account on? I'm already signed in. Oh my God. Yes, it's an adult game. Is it streamable? No, I use Chrome. Chrome is a browser that I never fuck with usually. The only reason why I use Chrome is because it's completely blank and devoid of any logins. So I can use it, so I can use it for stream safely. That's the only reason why I do it. Here, let me pull this down a little bit. I try to get a perfect amount of lines of chat, but it's really hard with the enlarged icons. Like, trying to calculate the lines of chat that are allowed is tough. Okay, let me just search 5 hearts under one roof. $14.99, what a deal, and it's very positive reviews. Nothing in SFW. Yeah, but that's what people told me about Cuckold Simulator. And let's just say that didn't pan out, did it? I never tried to stream it, thank God. I learned before I tried. Humans, the player, one's solitary home and routine are now invaded by 5 beautiful women. Uh-oh. What a coincidence. Each has her unique charm. The childhood friend of 20 years, the first love and former idol, the demanding boss, the bold younger girl, and the shy recluse. Who will you choose? No, I didn't. I'm just saying someone told me that it was suitable for work, and then I did like 5 seconds of research and found out that not only is it not suitable for work, it's on the Twitch banned games list. As in, it's in the same vein as like actually illegal games. You literally cannot stream them or your account will be instantly banned. It was a hard decision, but unfortunately, I have to give this a thumbs down. They thought about this a lot, but unfortunately. It's Chinese Super Seducer, but they're wholesome baddies and no cringe. Yeah, Super Seducer was very cringe. Alright, let's try this game out. Not this, thank God. Mouthwashing. Rip Honey Pop. Yeah, Honey Pop is on that list too. Alongside like illegal games. Did I actually install this already? Hey, learn Japanese. Where is Mouthwashing? Oh, there we go. 2.62 gigs. Man, my M.2 only has 85 gigs left. This is bad. I definitely need to uninstall a couple things. Where is this? Damn, it's downloading fast as fuck though. 54 megs a second. Maybe when the time comes that Stamp Pops hijacks the stream, that'll never happen. I won't allow it. That brand sabotage. Alright, let's play. I have no idea what's gonna happen here. I'm also going to mute the audio because I don't want to deafen you all. I have to Alt-Tab and then route it to the correct channel. Okay. Don't do it. Oh shit. Sorry. No, dude, I'm a terrible streamer. I still got plenty of space. Oh my god, this dude has 8.3 terabytes. You developers. You guys are something else, you know? You guys are something else. I bet they're all striped together in RAID too, aren't they? Or is it a NAS array? RAID 1. NAS incoming soon. Need more money. Same. Show subtitles. Sure. Ooh, that music though. I was gonna say, yeah, this main menu's hype. Alright. I do apologize, but I am gonna need to turn off the chat for now because it is like dominating the screen. Pony Express long haul space freighter. If this is a 4x3 game, I will also move it to the side so that it's not being cut off by my melon. I'll update OBS and see. It's probably got something to do with that. I hope this hurts. Oh. Okay, well, clearly I'm gonna have to move this. Okay, let me move my shit up. Let me move the game over. It is a full screen game, so I can't be doing that. An orbital body has been detected 21 AU gold ahead of the vessel. Please make a manual correction 1.4 degrees leftwards to avoid impact with unknown mass. They said leftwards. Unless steering right would. Emergency. Paging Dr. Beat. I'm sorry. How do I go back? Oh, you just right click. Extreme warning. Direct collision course with orbital body. Yeah, it is. Engaging autopilot to recorrect vessel. You need an extremely evil looking set of keys to open that. 4,000 credits docked from crew pay package for failure of navigational staff. Well, I tried. Unknown mass. They put my X in the... Oh my god. Copious amounts of valves. Nothing else to be done. Yep, we already fucked up and cost the crew all the money. There really is nothing else to be done, is there? Only in case of emergency. Captain access. Code scanner required. Am I not the captain? If not, why am I up here? Oh, hell yeah. We got the emergency key now. Crash imminent. I like how we just keep making the situation worse with every... Well, I've done all I can do. Y'all have fun with that. Don't be daft. Rise and shine. Don't I have a crew? Where's my crew, dude? I like what I'm hearing. You think they have enough reminder posters of this fucking horse? Oh. Oh god. Okay, I expected something to pop off. There we go. They did say crash imminent. A movie where they minimize a ship to combat a human virus. Yeah, this is a horror game, allegedly. Oh, not the fucking horse, dude. Black Fairy vibes. I'm gonna slide my keyboard a little bit closer. Felt like I was having to reach really far. You piece of shit, I knew it. Crashing because we want to save humanity from the horse? Oh, we actually do have a crew. Jimmy. Anyone else would do... Oh, shit. Guys, my camera's in the way of the fucking... We're gonna have to move the camera to the right side. Because it's gonna be in the way of the names and everything. So, unfortunately, camera's gotta be over here for today. This is what annoys me about always having a camera on, is you're always in the fucking way of the game. You know what? For this one, ugh, it's so annoying, man. Fine, I'll do it here. Anyone else would do the same thing. Swansea, we ain't touching the damn cargo. The hold is locked down for a reason. The only thing worse than dying slowly is not getting paid. Hey, that sounds like, this sounds like Alien. But it could be something useful, I think. Could be what? Hopes, dreams, and marzipan? You don't have to. If it helps us survive, it's worth it. Dice K. Man, Pony Express bosses really aren't chill at all, huh? Come on, a quick look won't hurt. How exactly is this group therapy committee planning on getting in there? Oh, right here, boss. You're looking at the meanest swing of the regional junior baseball team. Straight up already corked a kid once. Nearly. I can take the utility axe and... You were goddamn born fully corked. That's enough, Swansea. There has to be an in case of emergency way inside. If I remember correctly from the safety protocols, the door should have an alternate access code, but it can only be uncovered using a code scanner device, and only the captain has access to the scanner. Of course, go ahead and ask him all about it then. Maybe he'll sing you the blues too. I like how the text has different effects on it. We don't need him if we find the scanner. Get the code and open the hold. For better or worse, I'm captain now. I'll figure it out. Acquire a code scanner. Oh my god, the hitching. Can't be intentional. They actually sell plushies of this guy for kids. I really like the look of it so far. Wow. I feel like it's going to do a number on my bit rate though. Looks like it'll be soup again for dinner. You want to rock, paper, scissors for the chicken noodle? How much food do we have left? I'd say like 4 months-ish. Less than the remaining air supply, but we can make it last. In theory. We'll be starting to poke new holes in our belts pretty soon to pull that off. Man, my mom will straight up stuff me when I get back. It'll look like Swansea. We'll have a rad story to tell, though. They might even write articles about us. We could be on TV. It'll impress the ladies, too. Hell yeah. The real problem is us running out of toilet paper. Fatal stuff, man. We should leave that part out for the press. This machine was empty even before the crash. Swansea saw to that. We'd be dead without this thing. Never thought I'd be thankful for Pony Express grub. Wow. Look at these fucking water, gelatin, sweetener, tonic. Papa Polly's Delights for the long haul. So this is where we actually make the food. Crashing because we want to save humanity from the horse. I mean, honestly, that's a solid prediction. I work in IT, IS, so if all else fails, I do a Windows restart and update OBS. If those two things fail, then you and me both are stumped. But I guarantee it's something on my end at this point. Especially if my link worked for you. That's kind of when I realized it has to be on me. Ain't you supposed to be figuring out our great cargo robbery? Why are you standing out here? None of your goddamn business. Everything is my business now because of Curly. I don't want to keep having this conversation. Right, Capitano. I'm working. Blue-collar fools can't afford to stop working even when the machine does. Go figure. And before you start, I'm taking a break. Don't you worry, I ain't going over my break time allowance. Working on what? How does it look in there? It's a solid wall of foam. I'm trying to see if I can break it down enough to get something useful out. Any of my tools. But if I breach that foam and break the air seal, it's lights out for all of us. I ain't letting anyone else mess around in there. Even Daisuke? He's your intern. He's supposed to be helpful. You think I'm letting that knucklehead in here after the crash roughed it up? Our so-called nurse nearly skewered her leg when the vent hatch was open during maintenance. And that was before the crash. I warned her, but it's in one ear and out the other. Then there's that teeny bopper thinking only with his downstairs long nose. Wow. Just like my useless kids back home. So no, ain't letting anyone mess around in there. Alright, Swansea. Keep me updated. What is this? Repair foam. Caulk. Oh, that's where we need the code. Keeps the ship airtight. True. Oh, here's the menu. Is this the guy that crashed us? Jesus. That's cool. I had to take a screenshot. You gotta think YouTube. You gotta think YouTube, okay? Yeah, I think this is the captain that crashed us. She reminds me of the girl from Akira. I can't remember her name. Kaori. The girl that was Tetsuo's girlfriend. Anya, he doesn't want to keep still anymore. What about the painkillers? It just hurts him so much. I can't stand the noise. You did make it through nursing school, right? Alright. Yeah, that sounds good. Pony Express sure does know how to cut corners, if nothing else. I was thinking, we never went back into the cockpit after we dragged him out. It's almost entirely foamed up. Kind of a miracle Curly didn't end up fossilized. But it could still be unstable. I just think, well, it's the only place the code scanner could still be. Otherwise, we're shit out of luck. I'll take a look. I know you'll figure it out, Jimmy. You're so capable. Oh, also, well, I was hoping you could help me with Captain Curly. Right, sorry. With Curly's medication? People have to be worth their titles. Don't you think, Nurse Anya? Yeah, forget I asked. I'll take care of it. These are all we have left. 10 milligrams oxycodone, extended release capsules, the good stuff. Oh. Hold still, yeah. I don't like this any more than you do. You know what they say. Pain is how we know we're still living. He's so happy to hear those motivational words right now. I can't bear to listen. Excuse me, sorry. Fake nurse. Well, that wasn't that bad. Lisa? This vent has been busted forever, at least according to Swansea. Probably beyond wrecked now. Hey, are you good? We don't have a whole lot of painkillers left, but you still want to keep... Why do you think he did it? Doesn't matter. What answer would make you feel any better? I have to believe that our worst moments don't make us monsters, Jim. I have to, even in his case. He tried to take us all down with him, Anya. The way I see it, there's 2 reasons to keep him alive at this point. Guess the important bit is that we all agreed to it, for one reason or another. I'm still feeling nauseous. I need a minute. Hey, welcome back, Dr. Red. Yeah, no. If you go to the school nurse, they'll give you peppermint and ice chips. That'll fix it. Broken leg? Peppermint. Good to go. A bunch of dumbasses pretending to run a spaceship when the autopilot knows better anyway. True. I steered right when it literally told me to steer left. Well, I didn't do it. Let's get that clear. Curly did it. I had no control over that. Okay, so the cockpit is where we're headed. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Dr. Red, when they were talking about the pay in the beginning. That reminded me a lot of Aliens, like one of the first conversations they have. Well, there it is. Open the cargo hold. A length of nylon rope. I'm sure we're going to need that later. Just not yet. This also sort of reminds me of a 3D layout of the Signalist. 2 months after the crash, did they not check the cockpit for 2 months? I guess not. Yeah. They spent all this time foaming everything to make sure it was airtight, but they didn't check for the code scanner there. Cargo is like right here. Oh, they're all here. Are we doing the right thing? Let it be medicine, food, or water. What do you guys think we've been shipping? If it's... Oh, I see. If it's spare parts, maybe me and Swansea can repair the ship and we can get out of here, right? Quit yapping. Well, get on with it. This is all you. I want it duly noted that I had no involvement in this. Well. What an ass. Wait. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's just fucking toothpaste. No, it's just tube socks. They've been transporting nothing but tube socks this whole time. Holy shit. Intentional, I hope? Unless my game just crashed. Oh, it was intentional. 7 days before the crash. Are you listening? Yeah, damn, I'm sorry. Couldn't sleep again. But I passed the psych eval? Well, you gave the same answers as last time. I do wish you'd open up a little more, Captain. These evaluations aren't just about you. As long as I'm fit to fly in your eyes, Anya. Oh, stop it. Oh. Got a little bit of sparks flying between these two. Guess that means I only have one more eval left to do. Quick heads up, no spoilers. This game does a lot of transitions that look like it's crashing or gonna crash. Don't worry, it's normal. Okay, cool. Yeah, it kind of did that in the intro too, but I got an achievement during it, so. Jimmy, he acts as if I do these things for fun. Then I have to make a report with things like, I have found myself sexually excited at the sight of cartoon horses. Ha, well, I could take it off your hands. Really? I've known him a long time. He won't try any bullshit with me. I suppose you are the captain. I am the captain. Thank you, what a relief. Oh, before I forget, Swansea asked me to give you this. They can't expect me to perform miracles. Not sure what it means, but sounds like fun. Good luck, Captain. Talk to Jimmy and Swansea. So now we're playing as Curly. Definitely seems like he did it intentionally, but why, I don't know. Oh, wow. This is like, you guys ever seen the movie Sunshine? Where they can simulate certain weather conditions in like that leisure room? That's what this reminds me of. Solid movie. Also pretty unique amongst space movies because they have gold space suits in it of all colors. Pretty sure like Cillian Murphy's in that movie and a few other people. Oh, look at that. Are we going to get to see what Jimmy looks like? That's got to be him. And Pony Express said they don't provide onboard entertainment. Feels like there's always something broken in that room. Tulpar's starting to show her age. Past inspection, right? Shouldn't be an issue. Plus they had a dice game last minute. Didn't account that there'd be 5 of us now. I really should have made a bigger stink about that. Is this like the cryo chambers? Yep, emergency cryogenic pods. They have about 20 years of backup power. Oh, what is this dolt doing? I will. Yeah. I'll update OBS and restart my PC and I'll let you know. Do a little bit of tech support after the stream. Well, I can see the issue. The kid was brought on just to make me suffer. Intern my ass. I was just trying to fix the vent. How did that trigger the emergency foam? Because you're talented in all the wrong ways. I would have dealt with this, but only you can unlock the axe case. Every goddamn thing has to go through you. I'll handle it. Hang in there, Daisuke. These loose electrical wires are a hazard in itself. Yeah, for real. Oh, wasn't there an axe in the cockpit? Oh, it's right here. See, Curly's goated. He just already has the code scanner. Okay, what the hell did I just type and why? I was gonna try. No, just to let him know, just to teach him a lesson. Youch. Oof, strong stuff, huh? Get it through your goddamn skull. That vent is strictly off limits. Fully fucking collapsed inside. You looking to get impaled, electrocuted, and cooked? Chat, is he cooked? I'm sorry, it's enough brain rot. I'm not gonna reference brain rot anymore tonight, I promise. Yeah, but like, you can't fit in there to fix it, right? Oh, what an asshole. So I can totally handle it. Captain, give me the axe. Swansea, this could have damaged the pods. You can't let something like this happen again. We've talked about this, how I'm too old. I know we've talked about it, and you're not wrong. Yeah, I got it. Loud and clear. Keep the axe until you've cleaned this all up, yeah? I take it Anya diagnosed you with being sane then? Just off center, but it's what keeps me on my toes. I said I'd do yours. I want to hear all about those cartoon horses. Is that something you were born with, or a recent development, or... Alright, shut up. Let's go to the cockpit. Chris Chan reference. I highly doubt that. You know, all these years, I thought Chris Chan, like, didn't he pepper spray a GameStop employee? I thought, you know, he did that because they didn't have a Sonic game in stock, and then a girl that I worked with, of all people, was like, no, he did that because Sonic's skin tone was wrong on, like, the standee that they had in the shop. So the real reason this whole time was significantly dumber than the reason that I thought of. Wait, why is this staircase here? This wasn't here before. Oh, this is... Is gravity just gonna change? Nope, we're dead. Yeah, here comes Schizo 3. Oh, wow. Hey, you know I'm from the same town Chris Chan is? Really? Hey, look, if Chris Chan can find a wife and have a kid with her, anybody can. Yeah, this cockpit looked better. Sonic arms were blue instead of peach in the Sonic Boom marketing. He sent glitter bombs to Sega, sent threats, went crazy, and pepper sprayed an employee. Literal soy beta. I don't even know what to say about that, dude. That is beyond. I was there at the GameStop when the famous incident happened. Holy shit. Chris Chan's so fucked up he liked the initial Sonic model in the first movie trailer. And complained when they changed it. Hearing flashbang, guys, sorry. It's very bright. I gotta figure out a way to not have that massive reflection in my glasses. Especially my left lens. I have a filter on the camera, but it's still not good enough. Oh, it'd be cool if it was the normal. You can't just make something up for this. It's not like these evals ever go anywhere when we get back. We'll power through it. Have you been able to complete your mandated tasks as co-pilot efficiently and to your fullest capacity? Let's see. I'll just put good for that one. That's all of them. Done and done. How are things otherwise? Off the record. I like it. We're in control here. Didn't think you'd ever take to being a freighter pilot as well as you have. What with how you struggled back on Earth. Sure, all I ever hear is how great of a leader you are. Honestly, it's kind of annoying. So what is it? How come it always seems like you're standing on the edge of a bridge with your feet in cement? Lately I've just been thinking, is this enough? Should I just stay here because I've been successful at it? A good long-haul freighter captain. Oh, this music. Oh. This game is, I can't say anything because I'm so early on, but I'm really liking this so far. And that's bad? That's what I'm saying. It's not. But it's terrifying. I think, am I figured out? Is this all I'll ever be? Or do I take the risk and try something new? Even if I'm bad at it? I guess I get it. You reached the highest rung on this ladder, so now you're thinking you might be on the wrong ladder altogether. Still a long way down from the top no matter how you look at it. While I'm still climbing and climbing. Something like that. But hey, you know I believe in you. Here, on Earth. Doesn't matter. You should write that on the psych eval. Oh no, the big guys themselves. Guess that's my cue. I'll see you later. Where was that? Ah. Well, I guess I don't get to read that. Sick. It's also insane to me, Dr. Red, that Chris Chan and Cyrax and those types are like some of the people who have the most documented history of any human beings on the internet. And DSP, Darkside Phil. Toothpaste. Wait, somebody was talking about toothpaste. Brand new formula designed to kill bacteria and kill germs without leaving a bad taste. Oh, it's mouthwash. Is that what we were transporting? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god, it is. What the fuck? It's all mouthwash? Well, we're fucked. This is mouthwash? Unfucking believable. There's gotta be an ocean of the stuff in here. This room looks freaking endless. This is what they'd have 5 people hauling for over a year? All of this. For mouthwash? The sugar content probably offsets any potential as a disinfectant. Disinfectant? What are you... Let me see that. 14% ethanol. I suppose we'll smell good at least. That's right, kiddo. You can bet your ass on that. What are you doing? Stop that. Oh, he's gonna fucking... Ooh, oh, he's gonna drink it. A Badlands jug? I'm just an old codger taking care of his dental hygiene. You hear that? That's the sound of 15 years of sobriety popping like a cyst. A glorious, magnificent, red-hot cyst. Good riddance and cheers to Captain Curly. Here, here. Guess anyone could get seriously blasted off this stuff. Yeah, and kill you in the process. This can't be real. There's no way. Now we can go out in style. Daisuke, come here. Anyone ever teach you how to drink like a man? Well, that's a bad influence to have on the ship in a situation like this. Fucking mouthwash of all things. I guess the title makes sense. Break the news. What is the news? After all these years, just like that? Why can't I read the news? It would obliterate your teeth, yes. They used to make flavored toothpaste. It was like bubblegum flavored, and it had a bunch of sugar in it too. Oh, surprise party. The worst time to break this news. Surprise! Look at your face. Wow. What's the occasion? We only get one communal birthday party per trip, right? So we can have it whenever. Only one person can really be surprise birthdayed per trip. We did Swansea last fall, remember? No way, I can't believe I missed that. You were next on the list, so congratulations. Hate to say it though, your duties have to extend to even your own birthday party. You're the only one with clearance to make the cake. The recipe is there by the machine. Hop to it, Captain. Bake a cake, oh dear God. And they're all just staring at me, waiting. Could you sneak an extra pack of sweetener in there? Just kidding. Maybe? Nah, totally kidding. Unless, he really did the unless with the flushed. What is that, a waffle iron? One set of ingredients provided per haul. Oh. Mix water and gelatin, and then cake base and sweetener. Water and gelatin. Why'd this have to happen today? Yeah, this is very depressing so far. I mean, the alien ship was pretty depressing too, but man. Oh, it teleported me to the other side. Speedrunning strats, dude. Where's the gelatin? Help me, dude. I think you need to use the code scanner. They're really getting a lot of mileage out of that thing, huh? You know how it is. Pony Express being either cheap or lazy. Usually both, no? Oh, that's weird. I can see like scratches on that. What am I using it on? I need to tell them. It's clearly not this. Earlier pages in book? Maybe. Oh, yeah. Sweetener is a restricted item. Use code scanner to retrieve. Dispenser code 2341. Where's the dispenser? Oh. I think it was this. Oh, I already typed in the right one. What the fuck? Okay, and then we need gelatin. 4213. Yeah, I already typed in the right one. Okay. So we're going to mix water and gelatin. Yeah, chem fluid actually though. Cake base is the last one. The water and the gelatin makes the cake base, it looks like. Ah, it does. Okay. And then we mix this with the sweetener. Yeah. Can you imagine? Oh my god, that turned out super good. That's kind of cute how they're all just sitting there waiting. Look at that with their little party hats on and everything. You got to make a speech. Oh god, with this bad news. This is so bad. Can't argue with that. Speech, speech. Go on. Hey, what's wrong? That's all it said on the report from management. We will receive the paycheck for this delivery. I don't know any more than that. Pony Express finally kicking the bucket, huh? Oh, the whole express company shut down. What a joke. And we're the punchline. I don't have any savings. They can't just do this, right? Pony Express was one of the last manned crew freighter companies. The writing's been on the wall for a long time. When did they tell you? Earlier this week. I was instructed to wait until we're closer to the haul destination. But I can't keep something like this from you all. So I guess you got what you wanted. Without the guilt. Jim, if I had known, I can go back to my, how'd you put it, struggle of a life. Anya never got into medical school because she's, well, let's be real. Wow, what an asshole. And how many employment years Swansea got left in him? Daisuke will be fine. Mommy and Daddy have him covered, so there's that at least. But you, headed for bigger and better, right? I'm just working on my life being a place I don't have to fucking escape. That's what I was trying to tell you, nothing more. We're the ones you're trying to escape. Leave the dirt behind now that your boots are clean. That's not what I meant. It is what you meant. You just couldn't frame it to yourself in a way that kept you as the hero. Abandon the crew, but remain the model captain. Unbelievable. What am I supposed to do? Let's have some fucking cake, Props to the Twilight crews of the Tulpar. Props to our captain and his new prospects. Does anybody want some cake? Fucking awkwardly cutting the cake. What the fuck, dude? Oh shit, my mouse pad's slipping. I got a new QCK, and for some reason when they're new, they like to slip around a little bit. Yeah, let's enjoy. Okay, why is this actually taking forever, though? Why is he pushing the handle? That's so fucking unsanitary, Curly. Why is he cutting it in half anyways? Dog shit at cutting. Check on Curly. Well, I see why he had such a problem with giving him the painkillers. Or maybe why he did it willingly, because he wanted him to suffer a little bit. Wait. I thought he was this way. Yeah, he is. That is beautiful. I'm taking a screenshot of that. Sorry, I know that's loud. I gotta turn my system volume down. I don't know if he's been given his medicine yet. I thought we were out. Just a handful left. Once these are out, we'll have nothing to keep him quiet. Find Anya. Man, this just keeps getting more and more morbid as we go. Oh, man. And yep, they've been drinking the shit out of this, as you can tell. Do I even want to know what Swansea looks like now? Hasn't let anyone in utilities since the crash. Says it's filled with foam. Somehow I doubt that. No, I understand completely if that's how it has to be. Hmm? Oh, it's you. Jimmy, not able to sleep either? It's nighttime. Why are you talking this late? Anya, are you crying? No, don't worry, I'm okay. We all need to keep it together. Oh, I'm keeping it together. Don't you worry, Captain. He's making noises again. Did you give him his meds before, Anya? Ah, no, must have slipped my mind. I'm sorry, I'll do it. No, really, I'm perfectly okay. I said I'll do it. Why does he have the axe? Squatting the hibernation pods. You're getting a lot of use. You getting a lot of use out of that right now? Force of habit. Don't overthink it. I wonder if they've even noticed we're missing back at headquarters. It'd take a rescue ship so long to get here. Might be another freighter they could divert to try and find us. It's not inconceivable. I suppose you're right. Yeah, that guy with a lot of alcohol and that axe. I have a feeling I might find Anya in several pieces the next time I see her. Yeah, exactly. He mayhaps might be planning a murder. Oh, wrong way. Or was it? No, this is the right way. I'm dumb. This fucking sounds, man. Come on, stop with the noise. Damn it, I know what everyone is thinking. The way they look at me. What could I even say? And then, what would she do? Here we are now, me in the driver's seat. Thanks for that. Open up. I hope these make you feel fucking better. POV, your Swansea chugging mouthwash to prevent the other crew from drinking it so they won't die. Superhero for sure. He's taking the bullet for them, dude. How did this even happen to him? It happened in the crash where he was standing or something? Yeah, that sounded like he was fucking elbowing him. Or punching him. That was saying take painkillers? We should have some. Why? It's mediocre at best, obviously. Sometimes you can only get the subpar stuff. That's what makes the really good stuff, well, good, right? Why bother? Hey, we all tried to escape. Didn't work for any of us. I've thought many times, is this what peace feels like? Hey, what's up, Shadow? Now this is some television. It is. And is it good enough? If I'm being real, it certainly isn't the best. So all I can do is try to make my life one I'm not trying to run from all the time. Sometimes I'll be promoted, buy a house, fall in love. But other times I'll just have some awful fucking cake with my friend. Right now that sounds pretty brilliant, yeah? So if you'll do the honors. Right. Well, let me go find a knife. Crest 3D white pro teeth be shining? For real? Oh, look at all the bottles. This clearly isn't real. No flashlight? Nope. The photo, I did not. Should I be worried? I really don't like how dark it is with no flashlight. Oh, yep. I said. Feast. Something jittered when I turned around. That means something loaded. I played indie horror games long enough to know this. Something loaded? I'm just saying, dude. When you turn around and something hitches, it's true. Yep. The actors have changed. That's a video game term. Meaning interactable objects or items. I watched Masahiro Sakurai's YouTube channel. We're gonna have to. The classic Standwich Stampede G. It's quite impressive, though. Oh, I did see that. I did see that. It's cursed, is what it is. Check on the crew. Ugh, how many have you had? Those will kill you before anything else, I know. My mom found this internship for me. Such a slacker, she said. I don't know. I just never knew what I wanted to be. Never was good at anything. Total screw up. We're not done yet, Daisuke. I just hope she doesn't blame herself. Please, just take it. I don't want to look at this stuff anymore. Love this music, man. This is a really interesting game, I have to say. What the actual hell is this game? Well, I don't know everything myself, but basically this is a story jumping game, so we're jumping all around in this timeline. We started out playing as a captain who crashed this ship. It turns out we are a freighter crew, a manned freighter crew in the future, delivering copious amounts of mouthwash of all things. Hey, Boards of Canada, Geo Gaddy is one of my top 5 favorite albums of all time. So shoutouts. Geo Gaddy might actually be in my top 3. That album still blows my mind to this day. But the captain got injured in the crash, and now we're playing as the second in command named Jimmy, I believe. But there have been times where we go back in time and play as Curly. Oh, this guy is fucked up. There's the big man himself, Jimbo. Listen, listen, listen. This is the best part. He's drunk as fuck. You're a mess, Swansea. It'll be all the sad motherfuckers of the Tulpar in the sky with diamonds. Captain Jimmy pulling the plug on the party before the last call. Where'd that kid run off to? He's got to work on his stamina. Party's over here. Ha ha ha. Oh, I was going to say the name of the game, use a bottle of mouthwash. I was going to give him that and ask him to trade me for the axe. Yeah, just dancing around with the axe. Nothing dangerous about that at all. Anya. Oh, you startled me. Sorry. No worries. You thinking about drinking that too? Honestly, yeah. It'd probably just make me feel sick. Wouldn't fix anything. As much as I'd like it to. Right. Hey, I was thinking. Did you know that not all the medicine aboard was in my office? We store some in a storage locker in the hallway. Why haven't you brought this up earlier? It was foamed up. I didn't think it was possible to reach it. But I've been estimating the position of the foam. I think the medicine depot locker isn't too far into the mass of it, so we could try to break it down. One strike too many on a weak spot. We'll all get sucked into space. I think it's worth the risk. If nothing else, it's an excuse to get Swansea to hand over the axe. Break the foam. Remember while someone is drinking a beer, both that person and the bottle is getting drunk? Yo. If I give him the mouthwash, will he give me the axe? Jimbo, El Capitano, the man with the plan. You done? I need that. This old thing? This was entrusted to me by a previous tragically inclined leader. Big responsibility. But you know all about that, huh? I'm gonna try and get some more painkillers. Do something useful, you know? Oh, I heard all about it. You're looking to pull the plug on this party early. I'm trying to save us. Take matters into your own hands, eh? Look how he's holding the fucking axe. No, dude. Be my guest. He's gonna shatter that. Yep, that's how it got shattered. Think I already feel the ship rumba tumbling through space again. Ha, Back to the Future. Hey, appreciate that, She. Hope you had a good Christmas. I heard that you did some flying.
Happy late birthday, old man.
Thank you. I heard you did some flying, but I hope you weren't involved in any of the severe weather. I heard Texas got some pretty severe weather a couple days ago, or last night. This so far is a very, very interesting game. Seriously? You can't be that old, right? I'm 30. I just turned 30 a couple days ago. Or the 25th. I hate when they irreversibly destroy things for no reason, yeah. And that was such a nice thing for everybody to have, and he just fucking destroyed it. She said the cargo holds, right? Yeah, you're not old, bruv. You start getting old when you hit your late 50s. Yeah, I know, but people always want to troll me about it, which is fair. Yeah, I have a friend in Mississippi, and I told him, I was like, hey, like, be aware today. Like, there's some serious weather coming your way. Like, he had a bunch of tornado watches and warnings and everything. I was actually hiking the day it happened, and we got caught in rain. That was part of it. Yeah. Yep. Even where I live, we had a PDS warning last year, and it was fucking pretty freaky. We're on the ground floor of our apartment building, so we had to, like, grab our cats and pile into the bathroom. What happened to the drunk guy? He's just sitting there. I think it's utility, no? Let me check. Is there a... Yeah, he broke the screen when I asked him for the axe. He like raged and broke the screen. Look pretty good for 30. You wait. I've got about 4 years left till the wrinkles and the crow's feet and everything else start coming on, but that's alright. You know what? When I rated you guys the other day, you both made a really good point. I should be thankful to be 30. Because some people, unfortunately, don't make it to 30. You're right, yes. Aging is a privilege, and I should be grateful for it. So I'm gonna be. I think I know where I'm supposed to go, by the way. Back to Anya to ask her to tell me where to go. See the phone by the hallway to medical? You can kind of see the locker in there. Oh, it's this way. Just enough. That's all. Aging is a disease that will eventually be cured. True. I want to upload my consciousness to a fucking robot. Oh, wow, Jim. You did it. Yeah, it actually wasn't that hard once I figured it out. Amazing, really. Sure. I hate to ask you again, but could you give Curly his painkillers? It still just makes me so nauseous. You're not serious. Look. I've entertained your sentimentality up until now, but I'm trying to actually fix things, Anya. Take responsibility. I'm getting us through this. It's find the code scanner. Then figure out the door code. Get the axe. Chop up the phone, but not too much. And best of all, give Curly his fucking medicine. But I'm bearing it, I have to. Because the captain has to take fucking responsibility on this goddamn ship. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go make sure Daisuke doesn't choke on his own vomit. No, I'll take care of it, Anya. I always do. What an asshole. Age is quite a valuable tool. It tells you're growing, wisdom increases, life seems to fly much better. I will say being 30 feels very freeing. It really does. And you know what? That's actually that's very insightful of you to say that, Shadow Man. It's also very true. There's nothing wrong at all with getting older. Isopropyl alcohol. Pure alcohol for medical use only. Potentially deadly to ingest. I appreciate that, Dr. Red. Yeah, I'm already locked in. I need to know what's about to happen. This game did a good job of establishing characters I care about very quickly. And I appreciate that. Positioning age as a positive is always just cope. Damn. I mean, what option do we have, though, for real? Oh, God. Oh, do I have to do this? This will kill the man. Oh. I'm supposed to give him painkillers, but there's no painkillers here. Okay. Whew. I was gonna say. Yeah, this is Curly, but I don't have... I thought it might have been that. Being sassy, that's fair. Did I not get everything out of here? Oh, I didn't. I'm dumb. Yeah, there's a lot more in here. I thought he was just gonna go insane and give him isopropyl alcohol. 500 milligrams paracetamol extended release capsules. I don't think I understood the pressure you were under before. Fuck, and you tried to tell me. Our worst moments don't make us monsters, huh? You were a good captain, Curly, and you'll be one again. I'll get us both through this. What happened to Curly? We played as him in the beginning. He caused this ship to crash that we're on. Yeah, but it was 10 milligrams of oxycodone, to be fair. Yeah. 6 hours until judgment. Jimmy, get the fuck out here. Oh, is this what the... You can't hide. Oh no. I'm gonna chop you into 20 fucking pieces. I had a feeling we were gonna use the rope for something very bad. I really hope we're not making a noose with it. My hands won't stop shaking. You doing okay? Yeah, I can't sleep. I know how that is. I just toss and turn. Yeah, Curly is the guy that caused the crash in the very beginning. Or stare at the ceiling all night. I actually kind of like the nighttime window screen, if you can believe it. So I just come look at it sometimes. If you look really, really close, you can see there's a dead pixel in the upper right corner. Couldn't be me. I don't mess with dead pixels. I contact the manufacturer immediately. That's so. Nope, don't see it. In the back of my mind, it's always there. Now I'll go bonkers looking for it. Cheers. I don't think it ruins the illusion, though. It's peaceful. But maybe I'm just used to looking at the bigger picture. How many days of transport do we have left? Let's see. Off the top of my head, around 237 days. Just under 8 months. Hey, why do you think Pony Express put a lock on the medical room door but not in the sleeping quarters? I suppose for the same reason they put a lock on the cockpit. Safety. "5 months out." Yeah, if it's before the crash, we're playing as Curly. If it's after, we're playing as Jimmy. Jimmy, help. So it's after he went nuts and shattered that? Jimmy, it's a total emergency. Calm down, what is it? Anya's stuck in medical, the door won't open. What if she runs out of... something? Right, let's go have a look. Look at all the cans of food and mouthwash bottles everywhere. Oh yeah, by the way. So we decided to go ahead and break into the cargo we were delivering because we had no other options. And it turns out that we were transporting mouthwash that has ethanol in it. So some of the crew has been drinking it just to get drunk. Yes, use isopropyl alcohol on the door handle. Anya, I brought Jimmy. We're here to rescue you. Don't worry. Don't panic. Yeah, we gotta keep the handles clean. Hey, I heard the lock's broken. Hey, Anya, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you, Jimmy. The rest of our medicine stash is in there, too. Damn, this could be bad. Did you try to really put your back into it? Any wrenches laying around? How heavy is the med kit? I think she's doing this on purpose. Anya, is the door stuck? No. Huh? What do you mean? Look, we're all stressed, but you can't go breaking down at every little hardship. Open the damn door. You were right. You were right all along. I should have done this from the beginning. I always believed that our worst moments didn't define us, didn't make us beyond repair. You think I wanted this either? Make no mistake, this isn't my worst moment. Far from it. It's the best decision I'll ever make. Oh dear God, she's gonna OD. I'll take care of it. Schizo 4. Curly's still in there with her, right? Yeah, you don't think... Daisuke, you and Swansea know the internals of the ship better than anyone. There's absolutely no other way into medical. Yeah, there is. There's that downstairs, like, vent that's covered up. Swansea said it was strictly off limits. Like, super mega not allowed above all else. The utility room. That busted vent in there loops into medical. But I mean, technically a person could totally fit through it. If that's the only way, we'll make it work. You listening, Anya? Fine. Come on, Daisuke. Oh God, what are we gonna find in here, dude? Is he coming with me? Yeah. Yeah, I never know what's gonna happen next, dude. That's what I enjoy about this game. I was in a Cat Links stream the other day. If you guys don't know her, she's an amazing horror streamer. But she was playing Beyond Two Souls. Oh my God, look at his face. Swansea, we need your help. He's too drunk. I know you said utility was dangerous, but I'm good right here, fellas. You know I'm not letting you in there. Off limits. Look, if there's any possibility, Jimbo, letting you scratch at that foam wall would be useless. You'd only tear this goddamn ship a new asshole. Nothing to be done about it. Bad luck. Tail missed the donkey. But Swansea, this could be really bad. Just hear us out. We're God's hand-picked favorites on this here planet, I reckon. Means we get to name it. So let's hear it for Wake Rock. Hey, welcome back, Cass. Whatever's going on anywhere else, it ain't my problem. Since I'm the happiest man Wake Rock has ever seen. Let's just go, Daisuke. There's no point with him. You see his face is all sunken in now? 8 hours until judgment. Don't do anything. Stop, stop, stop. I can fix this. Why do you keep fucking saying that? Are you hearing yourself? We still have disinfectant, right? The one from the extra medical stash? Get it, now. The cocktail, The cocktail? What are you blabbering about? That was your fault. You would never have... I had no choice. Useless, you goddamn fucking idiot. There has to be something else. Find disinfectant. What's happening to him? Where'd he go? Liver probably looking... Yeah, his liver's definitely shot. Mouthwash as disinfectant? I mean, it isn't it? What? I can't read that. Oh. Whoa, man, that actually kind of made me a little bit dizzy with how, like, vast that was. Yeah. I imagine this game would be insane in VR as well. See, this is the type of thing that would be incredibly effective in VR. This came out like a few weeks ago, did it not? A blind beast, aimless and restless. You can't run from it. Yeah, it's really, really new. One of my IRL friends gifted it to me on Steam, so I wanted to try it, and I'm really, really impressed so far. Oh, it said be quiet. So we follow this. Yeah, it's impressing me so far. They managed to squeeze a lot of character development into very few cutscenes. It's that damn horse for sure. What the f is that? Oh yeah, it is. Oh, I bet if I shut the light off, maybe I can walk through. That's what I'll try once I get over here. Well, I know. Maybe if I hear it, I stop moving. Me when literally anything occurs, yes. Okay, so if I hear that, I just stop moving. And definitely don't sprint. Well, I'm on the other side of it now. Yeah, that was a really cool effect. I have a feeling it's using my mic. I can't prove it, but it's a possibility. It's in the ceiling. The call's coming from inside the house, dude. It is, though. It was like dropping down. Yeah, no, the cargo room was gigantic. I messed up. Don't try to talk. Shoutouts to the devs for teleporting me back, because holy shit. Walking back there would have been miserable. Five months after the crash. I think the vent utility connects to medical, but you heard what he said. Going in there now. It's too unstable. Trying to break the foam could risk the air seal. I just don't want to fuck up again like I did before. You heard Anya. I wouldn't put it past her to do something extreme right now. You and me, Daisuke, we can save Curly, yeah? 5 months, yeah. Swansea won't help, so we'll figure it out ourselves. Right, alright, yeah. We got this. But even before the foam, how do we even get the door to utility open? Swansea's been practically camping in front of the door, and he has the key. I have an idea. You're gonna have to trust me. We need to knock him out. You're gonna fight him? No. Even he has to have his limits when it comes to booze. We make him pass out. Simple, safe. He might not even realize we did anything after the fact. There's a recipe for a mocktail in the kitchen. We can follow the steps but use different ingredients to add kick to it. Come on. Yep, he's been maimed for 5 months. A mocktail. Okay, mouthwash and isopropyl. Which I already have. And then I can't get to the sweetener unless I chop it up. Or if this is just gonna be the cocktail. We're out of sweetener. Any ideas? I might have accidentally at some point mistakenly misplaced a few packets before by accident. Right. You could take a look around my stuff. Could be somewhere around there, but also totally somewhere else. Who knows? Anything's possible. The crash sure jumbled everything up. This guy. Oh, I thought it was gonna change to the aware. That's the first time I've seen that emote not change to aware in a very long time. Where is his stuff? That's where the disinfectant went, by the way, why it was missing. Yeah. Mouthwash and isopropyl is like death juice, for real. You taking to teaching my intern now? I personally try to educate based off years of experience, but that's just me, Captain. Yeah, what room were we in when we were giving the mouthwash in the first place? They've got all the cots here now. Damn, look at all these bottles. Take a look around my stuff. Oh. Right the fuck there. Spiked cocktail. That drink looks sick. I can totally picture myself on a beach with a hot babe and a few of those. Then I'd drink too many and throw them up all over myself and never be able to drink them again. Ah, good times. Let's just get this to Swansea. That was a little too specific there, bud. Why bro hoarding sweetener? Probably because it's the only sweetener they have left. The fuck is that? Look, we need to keep working together. If this is how I can get us through this without us being at each other's necks all the time, then yeah, give it here. We kind of freestyled the recipe. Yeah, I can tell you had a hand in this monstrosity, kid. You ain't no mixologist. Sure as hell ain't no mechanic either. You never should have come here. Who the fuck even decided to let you on board, huh? Stick the idiot with a bunch of sad sack adults and see what he learns, eh? Bootstraps and all that. What a load of horse shit. You think it's all going somewhere, but every failure leaves you a little more mangled than before. Older, uglier, meaner. Smarter in a worse way. Wallowing doesn't suit you, Swansea. I suppose you think we should all be acting like you. Our hard-working, esteemed captain. I say take a load off before the sun finally sets on this party. May we never go to hell, but always be on our way. What a great guy this is. See, I find myself hoping we don't time jump because I want to see what happens. Is he still breathing? He practically bounced off the ground. He'll be fine. His tolerance has to be through the roof by now. Probably just wake up with a massive headache. Oh man, he's gonna be so mad. I'll never get a good reference now. That's what you're worried about? Alright, we're gonna find out. It says, where the fuck are my keys on it? Captain, you sure about this? Maybe we could talk with Swansea when he's cleared up a bit later. He's just like really into workplace safety and stuff sometimes, you know? Which is like totally cool and stuff, I think. He taught me it's time to be brave, Daisuke. Curly and Anya are counting on us. Wait. Whoa, it's like barely foamed up at all. Hey, it's those things. I've never been inside one. What are they called again? Cryostasis pods. Oh yeah, these things are far out. Totally sci-fi. Oh, it looks like this one still works. How long can these things even keep you frozen? 20 fucking years. I can't believe Swansea managed to clear all the foam from here. He didn't. What? Think about it. Swansea never let you work with him on breaking the utility foam wall, right? You called it, IS. You already called it. You called it almost an hour ago. No, it needed to be all handled delicately. He said I have way too much athletic strength in my arms. I would have just torn right through the foam. I was like, damn, makes total sense. Bummer. So I've been in charge of the kitchen instead. He said it's next level critical to keep stock and organized every day. Had me double, triple, four-tuple check everything, like all the time. Right, of course. And he never told you he'd gotten in here? No, but look how busy he must have been. There was never any foam here. And Swansea is known the whole damn time. Just taking a load off before the sun finally sets on this party, huh? That boozed up bastard has been biding his time until he can save himself. Would getting in the pod really mean you'd get rescued? The face when I four-tuple checked the foam. 20 years more of a chance to get found. I'd take those odds over our current situation. Not like this, though. Not by lying through my teeth while waiting for everyone else to die. No, man, that just can't be right. I'm sure there's a reason. We'll ask him about it when he wakes up. No, we will not. We'll deal with him after. Right now we have a job to finish. And the vent looks like it's still in one piece. Whoa, check out those sparks. I hate to imagine how gnarly it looks on the inside. It could be somewhat collapsed in places. You could make it through. We need to try it. Ah, this is how he gets injured. Yep, he's gonna get electrocuted. Swansea said it's not safe. I know he forgot to tell us about the pod, but he knows like everything about this kind of stuff. Maybe we should just wait for him to wake back up. You said you could handle it. Swansea taught you well, right? Time to prove it. He'll be impressed when he wakes up, proud. He'll understand why we had to do this, then he can explain himself. You think so? Daisuke, everyone's counting on you. Captain's orders. Oh, dear God. Yeah, I got this. Okay, here we go. Dude, they can't just shut off the fucking power? I guess not, but... One day before the crash. So he got electrocuted, but he was able to make it through to find out what she did. Yeah, I was finding myself thinking, like, please don't time jump. I need to know what happens here, but they had to do it. Find the gun. Wouldn't that be in the cockpit, maybe? Fucking emote is so bad. That emote is comically tiny. One day before crash, find the gun. Yeah, that's not a good combination of... Not a good combination of things to be put together. Yeah, shoutouts to food. Shoutouts to food. For fuck's sake. Where is it? Us being let go isn't a reason to hurt yourself. Anya, as our nurse, you never got psych evals. I should have thought of that. You could have come to me if you were feeling stressed. What would you have done? Anything. Anything. You, the crew, are all my responsibility. I told you so over and over, yeah? I'm not gonna hurt myself. You know the gun is a safety case I can't open. In a safety case I can't open, but I hid the case itself. Tell me where it is. None of this has to be on a performance log. We'll figure it out together. I'm pregnant. You're... what? Who would you... Captain, I told you. Listen to me. We can fix this. I've known him for a long time. I'll talk to him. I know you'd never give me the gun to protect myself, so the least I can do is make sure he never gets it either. So, Jimmy? Detected abnormal asteroid trajectories along the route. Course corrections might be required during transit. Oh, is it because we were distracted with this? The bleeding won't stop. Just try to stay still, Daisuke. I need a second to think. We can fix this. Hey kid, you hear me? Hey, stop. Don't move. It's alright. Oh shit, he's gonna chop him up. This line of work, you could never become like miserable old Swansea. What a tragedy. Decades of hauling ass for Pony Express, big mighty bruiser with all his shiny tools. This is where it got me. The good life, huh? I thought you were dumber than a can of paint, always just chewing my ear off about nothing. Useless ray of goddamn sunshine. Not an ace student, career workhorse, or force of ambition. Just a damn good kid trying his best. Yeah. You could have taught an old fool like me a lot. Close your eyes, Daisuke. Oh, he's just gonna let him? Yeah, I guess there's nothing else to be done. I could have fixed him. I have to do everything myself. Why can't any of you just give me some time to fucking think? How do you still not understand? It's over. End of the fucking line. He won't suffer one more second because of your delusions. Unbelievable. Stop pretending. I know all about your plans, Swansea. I went to utility. I saw what you've been hiding down there. Sneaking around with that axe, telling Anya who knows what. Now this? You're making sure you're the one who gets inside that cryopod. I sure did talk to Anya, but it was her telling me all sorts of things instead, wasn't it? Shouldn't a captain go down with his ship? Not that it matters anymore. I ain't got no place to be. I got everything I could ever want right here on this ship. So go ahead and get in that pod. If you ever get found, you can tell them whatever fucking story you like. You've earned it. Yeah, I mean, we didn't really have any other options, to be fair. Now we have to get the gun. Jesus. I know, he was a young kid, too. Yeah, that might be possible. You could see a blood trail coming from medical. Yep, she OD'd. Skill issue, should have learned electronics. I still don't understand why we couldn't have tried to at least disable. I don't know. I guess there's only like maybe one main power switch. Maybe that's why. Good question. Seven 739. By the way, who said this game was overrated? I was talking to somebody and they said this game was overrated. I can't remember who. But this has been really solid so far. I'm impressed. I think sick? Maybe. Yeah, they were drinking the mouthwash because it had ethanol in it. So that's where we shoot him and somehow get away? I'm sorry, I didn't read the gun description. I just tried to use it and he said not yet. I told him, Anya, you should have waited for me. What did he say? Nothing that makes any difference. Did he seem angry? Where did he go? He just walked away. Curly, I don't want him in here anymore. Hold on, fuck, just wait. I need to find him. Everything's gonna be okay. I need to go to the cockpit. Yeah, what happened between Jimmy and Curly is what really needs to be revealed here. Jim, I can fix this. What do you think will happen when we get back? We can figure all this out, you and me. All I ever hear is how great of a leader you are. God, it's so annoying. But now? What do you think will happen now when we get back? We'll fix this together. Everything you and I worked for in our lives, accomplishments, changes, none of it will matter. You've gone through difficult situations before. This time won't be any different. Work through it one day at a time. It's not just me, is it? You were supposed to be the one who had everything under control. You said so yourself. The ship, this crew, everything that happened here. This was your responsibility, Captain. That is what you'll be hearing for the rest of your life. Or this can all be remembered as a tragedy, despite what must have been the best efforts of its acclaimed captain. The Tool Park crew was never found. No one survived to tell the tale. Oh, we finally get to see what he looks like. You're standing at the top. Feet in cement. I get it now. Right? Right. I'll take care of it. Oh, so he was the one that caused it? Jim, tell me you didn't. I should have. I didn't. What the fuck did you do? And that's why he got hurt, because he was in the cockpit when it happened. Hey, what's up, Woke 9K? Sorry about that emote. Holy shit. Woohoo, happy birthday, Captain. This rocks. Here, here. To Captain Jimbo. Not much, man. I'm just trying this game out for the first time. It's been very impressive so far. Come on, you have to give a speech. Go on, have at it. You better make it good. Hell yeah. Our captain, Captain Jimmy. You actually have to do a sawing motion with your mouse. That's why the cake was hard to cut earlier. A lot of people struggle to put food on their plates, but that wasn't enough, right, Captain? The lowest rung of your ladder is our highest, until it was all swept from under your feet. Life isn't even worth living at the same level as us. But I forgive you. All of us do. I won't give up on you, even like this. I believe in you. By the way, just wanted to say again, I appreciate you helping me with... Oh, yeah, no problem, dude. Yeah, no problem, man. I didn't realize that's who you were. But yeah, no problem, dude. We're gonna make it through this. Sometimes we thrive, travel the endless reaches of space, but other times we just have to accept days like these. You taught me that, Curly. Let's eat. Let's survive. I couldn't take that, by the way. Jimmy about to KMS and put Curly into the pot. That would be insane. But it actually, I think that is what he's going to do. And this game's got my hands sweating a little bit, I'm not going to lie. Do we know if there's multiple endings? I don't think so. Based on the way things have gone so far, I wouldn't think so, but it is possible. No turning back now. I have to, because if I turn around, it resets me. Responsibility. Dude, I gotta know what's happening. I'm like captivated by this game right now. Oh my god, the perspective of that. The thing is, I trust this game to be above a cheap jump scare, though. This doesn't seem like the type of game to go for an indie horror jump scare. I'm turning on my lights. That's fair. That's one positive about streaming, is I literally can't stream in the dark because my shit would be all... It would just look terrible. This camera doesn't do well with that. Famous last words? Maybe. It's possible. So I have to sit here under, like, floodlights at all times, or you can't see shit. Pony Express personal protection weapon issued to captains in case of unrest amongst the crew. No, I can't talk to him. Eddie fight, it is a little reminiscent of that. That's Curly. Or no, that's Daisuke. I tried it. Luckily, I can hear where he's coming from pretty well. Directional audio is very good. Funny how AAA games get that wrong frequently. I shouldn't say frequently, but they do get it wrong sometimes. I have something to say, so shut the fuck up and listen. I spent 13 years half cut up to my eyeballs, drunk to put it mildly. Then suddenly I saw it, a street light shining in my face, 500 gigawatts of the power of God. A vision of my bloated body found in some ditch. Scared me straight. So I got a collar shirt, mortgage, and a credit card.
This town is full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza?
All the things that make a good man. I hoped I could raise my children to be better than their old man. I wanted to believe I was never one setback away from my worst self. But the truth is, discipline, drive, routine, the endless fucking desperation to get shit done, a loving wife, great kids, sobriety. I'm telling you, accomplishments I'd been chasing all my life, never felt as good as I expected when I crossed the finish line. So now that we're at the end, taking inventory, those nights spinning out of my head, sinking into the sofa, broken glass in my palms, bleeding dry, the funniest thing ever. Old dogs laughing and snarling on a waterbed floor, mocking the moon for daring to show its face. All nausea and wreckage and vomit and ugly cruelty. The only problem in the world, an empty bottle. Those were the best days of my life. Yeah, those were the best days of my life. I got nothing to hide, ready to face the music. I can see myself for what I am. But you, a cowardly, selfish motherfucker, and you can't even see it. I should have been able to protect the kid. If I could have done one thing right, I wish it had been to give him one small chance off this goddamn rock. Swansea, I'm gonna fix everything. We're gonna make it. Fuck you. So where was the one where he was chasing us, though, with the axe? How can he fix it? They're literally all dead at this point, dude. The only option we have left is to use the pod. Wait. There's no foam in here at all. Why is there no foam anywhere? Yeah, there's no repair foam anywhere now. Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks completely different. Oh. That caught me off guard. That definitely did. This game does remind me a little bit of Lost in Vivo as well. In the best way possible. Fucking face recognition, man. That caught me out of the corner of my eye on the phone. Yeah.
old Mother Goose's birthday. We're giving her a party. A party, a party, a party for Mother Goose.
I can't back out of this, by the way.
He served the cake, it was a sight to see.
Good question. Someday he'll thank me. I'm feeding him his own leg. Oh, I see. Yeah, I could see it traveling through the intestines or whatever. Yeah. You guys can't see, but it's... Of course, my shortcut isn't working, my hotkey, but it's Curly's body on fire in front of us. I want to go home. We are home. Why don't you finish what you started? Don't worry, if anyone ever finds us, I'll still be playing the villain. You'll be the better man in the end, like you wanted. I could have stopped it. I'm taking responsibility. No, we can both be heroes. We're a team, just you and me, like we used to be. What happened was an accident. We were trapped. I made a mistake, alright? I'm sorry, I'm so fucking sorry, Curly. Okay, but Curly can't actually be talking, right? This has just gotta be a... ultrasound scanner, take care of it. Yeah, I think the chances of that are pretty much shot, She. Oh, what the fuck? That is not what I expected to see at all. I believe so, yeah. All clean. I hope this hurts. Really get rid of that bad taste in your mouth, huh? Really gets rid of. Through wreckage. Through silence. Wash it away. All day fire fresh. It is, yeah, and it just gets crazier with every. I'm just gonna follow it. Whoa. Looks like driver's licenses. Yeah. Employee card. Jimmy. All of them are here. Me on a rampage when I run out of mac and cheese. Real footage, by the way. Pony Express is dead. And so are you. Ollie says, sorry. Shut up. Curly tried his best. I did too, but he's the better man. I see that now. We can both still make it. I'll take care of him. I'm taking responsibility. Yes. Yes, 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 I do. I fucked up, but I can still make this right. Our worst moments don't make us... God, just seeing him fucking looking at me is what's fucking me up the most. This reminds me of that How Does Fish Live game or whatever it was, where that eyeball was just constantly tracking you no matter where you went. Yeah, we're putting him in the utility. Go home. Yeah, that's why I said, let me be the catalyst for the horror. It's okay, Curly. You're gonna be okay. You always had my back. I ended up hurting you even though I was trying to save us. But now you'll survive. It's like you said, together we can fix anything. I'm just proud I got to be your friend and co-pilot, Captain. No one can hurt you now. We fixed it. I fixed it. He still has the gun. I hope we don't hear a gunshot. Welp. Yep. I mean, I didn't even know a crash happened. It's so fixed. Wow. That was a great game. And you know what I love about games like this with their length is they don't overstay their welcome. That length was perfect to tell the story that they wanted to tell. That was an excellent game. And you know what, IS, I really appreciate you hanging out to watch this. I know you just initially came here to do some troubleshooting on the chat client, but I appreciate you hanging out, man. It means a lot. Or the chat plugin, I should say. Sorry, not client, but you know what I mean. What an incredibly dark game, but also very interesting. I'm definitely leaving that a good review on Steam. And the music was excellent too. Yeah, in so many AAA. Well, I understand that because they want to make you feel like you got your $60 worth. Public domain archive. They want to make you feel like you got your nowadays $70 worth, but that's what I prefer about indie games like this. They feel more easily digestible, and like you said, Dr. Red, they really just get to the point. A lot of times. And it's always wholesome to see that from the devs. Thank you for playing. Follow us? Hell yeah, I'll follow you. They did make How Fish is... I fucking called it. I said this reminded me of How Fish is made. How did I know? Because that Curly was the same thing. See, you can see Curly's face down there. See, my memory's not all dog shit, guys. It came out in September. I might be 30, but my memory isn't shot yet. Alright, well... With that being said, I want to say thank you to everybody who hung out tonight. I made IS a mod because everybody should know by now, but he's the developer that made this. So I'm going to update my OBS, try a few things, and that should fix it. But I am going to go ahead and call it for tonight. I'm going to break the chains on room 302 in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, shoutouts to IS. Can we get a couple hearts for IS being a cool dev and hanging out with us the whole ass stream? Nobody forced him to do that. This man stayed here the whole time. Very cool. Anyways, with that being said, I'm breaking those chains in 3, 2, 1. Have a great night, everybody.